evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Football Friday night here in Round Valley, in the Round Valley Insphere. Round Valley hosting Snowflake. This is the big 3A East game of the week. Just about every media outlet on the mountain is here, with very few exceptions. Tonight, our producer is Ethan Holliday. I'm your announcer, Dan Muth. On stats, we have Stephen Pena. So, your camera crew tonight will be Mike Latham, Daniel and Ryan Pena, Cody and Gareth and Ray Lynn. Did I leave anybody out, Mr. Producer?
Did you get Rustin?
Oh, and Rustin. Rustin's in the house. Teen Legacy helping us out with the cameras tonight. So we are getting set for a very, very big broadcast tonight.
Yeah, there are so many people in the dome right now. I've never seen this many cameras set up in here.
13, I think, was the official count.
Yeah, that's what Ryan counted earlier, is 13 cameras. So
the only thing we don't have are the big boom cameras or the cable-driven camera running back and forth across the field.
Hey, I bet we could get that hooked up by next year. I bet we could get that figured out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of all the things the school needs to budget for, that's probably not a priority.
Probably not.
That'll be on the wish list for a long time.
Yep, that would be. AIA would probably shoot it down anyways. So.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, the roster tonight for Round Valley, you got number 1, Seth Wiltbank, number 2, Owen Young, number 3, Kyron Clark, number 4, Riley Hamlin, number 5, Jovan Ortiz, number 6, Gage Slade, 7, Brett Jordan, 8, Cade Hogel. No, that's not correct. 66 is Cade Hogel.
Oh, of course. Why would we have fixed that yet?
Yeah. 66 is Cade Hogel. Number 12, Trayson Merrill. 22, Cooper Howard. 24, Rowdy Rivera. 28, Casey Mortensen, who is out injured this evening. Number 30, Stockton Brown. 35, Rucker Marble. 42, Armando Garcia. 56, Jaden Pancake Cisco. 58, Kyler Rominger. 60, Cutter Williams. 62, Gannon Earhart. 66, Jamison Stover.
That's wrong, too.
No, that's wrong, too. We'll have to get a number for Jamison Stover.
And I think, actually, Armando Garcia is in the 70s. So, anyway, we'll figure that out as we go.
I think Armando Garcia is actually 71.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, again, thanks for the updated roster. Appreciate that.
They did get Gage on here. That's an update from last week. So
that is an update. So we got 68, Caden Sloan. 71, Kevin Flores. We know that's not correct. And 75, Brandon Strickland. 77, Keanu Clark, coming back after an incident 2 weeks ago. 85, Morgan Arona. And 88, Makai Funaki.
And he is playing tonight, it looks like.
So it looks like everybody's dressed out and ready to play, with the exception of Casey Mortensen, who's out with a knee injury, and it looks like that may be a season ender. We're still waiting to hear on that. Snowflake Lobos have brought just about everybody. Let's see, number 1, Garrett Flake. Number 2, Easton Butler. Number 3, Ryson Stewart. Number 4, Sam Crockett. Number 5, Payson Carden. Number 7, Camden Brimhall. Number 8, David McCrae. Number 9, Matt Brimhall. Number 10, Caden Cantrell. Number 11, Chase Irvine. I'm thinking that's Irvine. Excuse me if I butcher your name. Number 12, Caden Brewer. Number 15, J.J. Lerma. Number 16, Gavin Caldwell. 18, Noah Baum. 20, Lance Christensen. 21, Dusty Newby. 24, Caleb Lyman. 25, Michael Brimhall. 28, Josh Solomon. Number 30 is Taryn Green. Number 32, Ty Solomon. 34, Mason McKinley. 42, Braden Frost. 44, Braden Lewis.
If you're not talking or doing anything, just go to that one right there.
44, Braden Lewis. 50, Austin Payne. 51, Justin Saminsky. 55, Nathan Popovich. 58, Ryan King. 60, Crew Whiting. 65, Layson Isaac. 68, David Reese. 72, Carter Solomon. 74, Dagan Cates. 75, Tony Munoz.
Munoz is out. He got suspended for fighting last week in the Sholo game, so Munoz will not be on the field tonight.
Yeah, so we won't be seeing Munoz. All right, 76, Bradley Ruiz. 78, Clayton Smith. 81, Owen Lunt. 82, Cooper Rapier. 84, Rev Brimhall. 86, Nick McVicker. And 88, Tyler Clare. Head coach for Snowflake is Kay Solomon. Head coach for Round Valley is Marcus Bell. Gentlemen, what are we expecting tonight? Mr. Pena.
I think this can be a pretty strong game. Snowflake has they're number one in the Arizona Republic's rankings. They've got their quarterback has thrown for over 500 yards this season so far. They're almost 700 actually, 674 yards passing. Their leading rusher for this season is Green, number 30, and they've ran for, I don't know how updated these are. They've got about 500 yards rushing. They're pretty balanced attack. They're big. Like I said, look like half their student bodies on their roster. It's you have a lot, pretty good sized roster, a lot of depth. I guess they rotate out about 9 guys from offense to defense.
Well, that's like a hockey side out.
Yeah. So they do have that advantage over us. But, we've got some pretty good speed. I expect a pretty good game tonight.
I'm looking for a very low scoring game. Look, it's either going to be a really low score or a very high score. Because it's either going to be a blowout of biblical proportions, or these teams are going to battle all night, and it could come down to a single touchdown or a single field goal. Snowflake, historically, when we played them, always played us very tough.
Yeah,
always very tough. It was always a very physical game. It was always a battle right down to the last minute. There's a lot of history between the two schools. So, I look for this matchup to be huge simply because it's almost a reintroduction of an old habit or an old, not rivalry, because Snowflake wasn't really a rivalry, but everybody in the 3A.
But back in the 80s, Round Valley Snowflake was probably the biggest rivalry we had,
Well,
since then, it's kind of cooled off, but.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, they were even, we were evenly matched between the two teams. So, numbers-wise, I don't think that's necessarily true now, but I think effort and play-wise, it may be very evenly matched.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of animosity between the two teams. They've blown up social media since we moved into 3A. Been a lot of trash talk on there about how we don't belong in 3A. And I know the Round Valley boys are tired of hearing it.
Well, I think a lot of people on the mountain are getting tired of hearing it, particularly on our side of the hill. I mean, we're here. The beast in the east is back, so we'll just see what happens. Again, this is going to be an evening full of smash mouth football. I do not look for a lot of big plays or theatrics. It could happen, but I don't look for it. Ethan, what do you think?
I don't know if you can believe in previous opponent math, but the tale of the two Sholos were quite different between the two teams. We handled Sholo pretty easily, and it seems like Snowflake had their struggles.
I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock in that. I really wouldn't. Sholo, I honestly don't think respected us. They came in very overconfident based on people I've talked to that go to school there, and I think we were a wake-up call for them. They came out ready to play Sholo. It was Snowflake's homecoming last week, so there's always a little bit of that distraction going on homecoming week. I don't put a whole lot of stock in that, but I think it's going to be a 35-31 type of game. I think
it's going to be high scoring.
Yeah, I think it's both teams have some explosive players, and so I think that's what I'm looking for. I'm expecting 28-21, 35-28, that type of game.
I think officially I'm going to go the other way. I think it's going to be like a 14-10 or a 7-14 ball game. I look for both defenses to come out salty. I don't look for the offenses to be able to do much, at least early on. Perhaps that will change. I don't know. We will find out in 6.5 minutes. But I look for this to be just some smash mouth, grinded out football. Both coaches are very well versed on how to manage the clock. This will be chess. This will not be checkers, in my opinion.
You know, and the thing is, regardless who is right on the score, how the score comes out, I think it'll come down to turnovers. You know.
Oh,
who
yes.
holds on to the ball? Who takes care of the ball?
Well,
the Sholo game turned on turnovers. We got the early turnover, couple of early stops, and swung the momentum early.
well, if I'm not mistaken, so did the Blue Ridge Snowflake game 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
That game came down right to the wire, and that was a game of turnovers as well. So, you know, if statistics tell us anything, Snowflake is going to be capable of getting the turnover, forcing the turnover, and it sounds like that's kind of their thing right now, is forcing the offenses into a turnover.
Yeah, it's what last week's game, Snowflake Sholo, Snowflake got a late lead. It was about, midway through the fourth quarter, 13-7. Sholo marched it down there on the 10-yard line, threw a pick. So another turnover turned the game around.
Yeah,
So, and they went down and scored the game-clinching touchdown with about 5 minutes left in the game, up 2 touchdowns, and were able to hold on. So, again, it was a turnover difference, you know.
Well, you know, that Friday night we were in Sholo, and I call that the Friday night of upsets because Snowflake over Blue Ridge, which nobody really expected, and then us over Sholo, which was another game that nobody really expected.
No, I think people expected Snowflake to walk the dog on Sholo last week, and it didn't happen.
Yeah. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a moment here and honor our nation. So bear with us. We'll be back in a second. And we're back. Both teams leaving their respective end zones, going to the sidelines. Looks like Round Valley's going to be going into the tunnel. Snowflake going over to the far sideline right now.
I'll be leaving you guys for a while. I'll be going to my day job here.
All right. Thank you, Steven.
I'll be in and out throughout the game.
All right, buddy. We'll be checking in with you every now and then, get some stats and see what's going on. And here come your Round Valley Elks, led on the field by number 3, Kyron Clark, carrying our battle flag. We are good to go as we count down from 2 minutes.
Wow. Did Wes's his charged up announcement of the Elks, did that get you fired up or what?
I tell you, Wes does a great job in emceeing a football game, I'll tell you. I hope I can live up to his MC capabilities tonight. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, man, don't put that on your shoulders. just happy to do the best we can here. As we see with our Pioneer Title Agency pregame coverage, we got our sideline cameraman, Daniel Pena, in the orange hat there.
Let's see, we got Mike Latham up here too.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, there's Daniel. I see him out there. There he is. Thanks to Legacy Teen Center for the awesome equipment they're cooperating with us on.
Sounds like Wes is giving the visiting sideline a little bit of love.
Yep.
Now sounds like it's our turn.
Student section in the house tonight.
Indeed. Great job by the band, by the way, in playing the national anthem. I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, and they're not doing too bad with the AC/DC either. Sorry, I couldn't resist. All right.
I expect nothing less from you, Dan.
All right, so the officials are now taking midfield. The captain's coming out for this evening for Round Valley number 4, Riley Hamlin. For Snowflake number 30, Taryn Green. Coming out for the pregame conference. Very interesting. And there's the coin toss. Looks like
Snowflake won. Looks like they're electing to receive.
Okay, Snowflake's going to receive from the north. Round Valley will be kicking from the south.
Oh, like that choice. You know, the wind is definitely going to favor him going into into half. So
slope and wind is definitely going to play in our favor tonight. Definitely.
Indeed. Well, I hope you guys are excited.
All right, here we go. 12 minutes on the clock. Both teams meeting their captains, getting fired up, ready to go. Round Valley heading to their sidelines. Snowflake heading to theirs. Looks like Snowflake's receiving team getting some last-minute instructions from their coaches. Round Valley's kicking team going out to Coach Bell to get some last-minute instructions. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so excited, Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we've all been waiting for, it is now here. The officials taking their positions. The chills, the anticipation, everything has been talked about all week. The predictions, the trash talking, everything. It all stops now. It's game time. Flores, number 42, will be kicking from the near side hash.
All righty.
Let's see, we got Mason McKinley back to receive, along with trying to get a number
30.
Is that number 30? That would be
30 and 34.
Taryn Green. And here's the kick. It's deep. It's back to McKinley. McKinley fields it at the 5. He's coming out across the 10, the 15. He gets out to the 20. He's trying to fight. He battles his way out to about the 24, running into Round Valley traffic. Got held up at about the 20, but battled for a few more. So looks like the spot's going to be at the 24.
Yeah, that was a hard-fought 4 yards there.
No, they're spotting it at the 25. So Snowflake starting from their own 25 tonight. And look at this. We're not seeing the double wing. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback's deep. There's a snap. He's coming out across the 40. Snowflake, he's running to the right. He's across the 30, the 20, the 10. He's going in untouched. First play of the game, Snowflake puts up 6.
Oh, man. I'm going to watch the replay of that, and I missed it.
Snowflake finding a seam on the outside. Defensive ends look like they came in a little too aggressive, and he just got around them and headed down the sideline. That's it.
Well, I mean, you know, they got the rush going. It was a delayed release. It looked like it was a planned quarterback run, opened that hole up, and the linebacker had a shot at him and just arm tackled him and missed.
That was the running back. That was a handoff.
Was it?
Yes. That was given to number 30.
Yeah, McKinley with that touchdown. Snowflake puts up the point after. So with 11:41 left in the first quarter, Snowflake puts up 7. Let's see if Round Valley has an answer.
So, Dan, still feeling comfortable in your low score prediction here?
You know what? I am, because I'm thinking that Round Valley's going to come back and they're going to get salty. It's either that or Steven's going to be right. I don't know at this point, but I'm hoping.
Robbie Sherwood, I couldn't agree more.
What was Robbie saying?
He says, well, bad word.
Well, poop. Yeah,
Indeed.
That's the way I feel, Robbie. Well, poop. All right, here we go. Not the way we envisioned the start of this game, but let's see if we have an answer.
Indeed.
All right, so Snowflake will be kicking from the near side hash. Your kicker will be Sam Crockett tonight, junior from Snowflake, setting up on the near side hash. Back for Round Valley is Riley Hamlin, Jovan Ortiz, and Seth Wiltbank. And here's the kickoff. It's high, it is deep, it's in the end zone. Ortiz fields it in the end zone, will bring it out to the 20.
All righty.
So let's see if Round Valley's offense can get something going here.
Yeah, I mean, you get that ball 3 yards deep in the end zone, making the smart play. Let's just down it, take it at the 20.
Jaden Pancake Cisco, center. Owen Young back to snap. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left, 1 back. Owen gives it to Seth. Seth looks to the far side. Doesn't find much. Battles for maybe a yard. Defensive stance by Snowflake actually pretty strong on that far side. They'll spot it at the 21-yard line. So Round Valley's now 2nd and 9 from their own 21. Rowdy Rivera comes out. Looks like Makai Funaki comes in. Funaki split to the near side. 2 receivers to the right. One back. Seth is back. Owen Young sends it out, and it is incomplete to Riley Hamlin.
Looked like a little low, unable to bring that one in.
Yeah. All right, so now it's 3rd and 9 from our own 21. Funaki comes out. Rivera comes back in. Okay, we got 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right, and we've got Seth Wiltbank in the back. Owen Young in shotgun, takes the snap, throws it to Ortiz. Ortiz has a blocker. He gets across the 30, down to about the 33.
That's good enough for a first.
So that brings it down to a 1st down.
Well, that's what you need to do. Converting on 3rd down is a good way to instill some confidence.
Rivera comes out. Funaki comes back in. So let's see what we got here. We got 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. We've got Hamlin and Ortiz out to the right, Funaki out to the left. Owen Young deep. He receives the snap. He gives it to Seth. Seth finds a crease up the middle, brings it out to about the 37, 38-yard line.
That's a decent run.
That hole opened up in the middle, and he did hit it fast.
I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, so the ball spotted on the 37. Round Valley now moving the ball on Snowflake pretty well. 2nd and about 8.
You know, getting those yards on first down opens up so many more possibilities on second and third.
Sure does. Owen Young takes the deep snap. He's looking for Rivera on the near side and overthrows. Yeah, overthrew him. Owen Young had time. Rivera just did not get to the spot. So now we're looking at 3rd and 8. Let's see what they come up with. It looks like Snowflake's showing a 4-man front. Let's see if I'm sure this is going to be a blitzing down for Snowflake.
It's interesting their defensive ends are waiting until Round Valley's approaching the line to pick which side they're lining up on.
It's a keeper. It's a keeper.
Oh, and that's good for the first.
Kyron Clark picks up the first down, takes it out to about the 48. Yeah, they spotted it at the 48-yard line, so another first down. Rivera checks back in. Funaki checks out. So it looks like we are good to go. We are moving the ball pretty effectively. Right now, it looks like Snowflake's defense is willing to give up a little bit of yardage. So we got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Owen Young in shotgun. He's looking across. He's looking for Hamlin. Hamlin crosses the 50, gets down to about the 45-yard line. So now it's 2nd down and 4.
Another solid pickup on first down. I like what I'm seeing.
The defensive front for Snowflake is not getting the penetration. The quick passes seem to be working very well for Round Valley right now. So let's see if they try to shut that down. They put in a heavier 4-man front. Owen Young is in shotgun, 2 right, 1 left. Oh,
looks
and we
like
have some
movement on
movement.
us.
We have traveling on Round Valley.
Traveling.
Illegal procedure. So that will move it back. They'll spot the ball at the 50-yard line. So we're looking at 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Owen Young back shotgun. Next to him is Seth Wiltbank. Here's the snap. Here's the keeper to Wiltbank gets it. He finds a crease on the outside, crosses the 45, dives out to about the 43, 42-yard line.
Quite a first down, but awful close.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 1. He got down to the 43, Snowflake's 43-yard line on that little RPO. That's run pass option for those playing at home. So now we got 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Seth up the middle. He's battling. He doesn't get much, but he might have crossed the plane. Let's see if he made the yard to gain or line to gain. They spotted him short, but it's by inches. Let's see how they spot it. Referee now taking a look. Pretty sure he's calling it 4th down, so it's going to be 4th and inches. Oh, now he's going to measure it after. Okay, so.
Oh man, I don't know.
Looks like your referee tonight is Mr. Copeland. Mr. Sneed at umpire.
What about that? They move the ball and then decide to measure it after the official picks it up and moves it.
Yeah. It's going to be short, but it's about half a football short, so.
About where we thought it was going to be anyways, probably.
Yeah. All right, looks like Round Valley's going to get into a 2 receivers right, 1 left. Chains are now reset. Owen Young under center. Seth Wiltbank back. Owen Young battling. He definitely got across right behind Pancake Cisco, who just blew that up for him and got him across there. Now 1st and 10 at Snowflake's 41-yard line. Round Valley is moving the ball against the Snowflake defense, so we'll see.
Fighting and keeping the drive alive. That's what I like seeing.
Yep. So now we're setting up. We got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Seth Wiltbank back with Owen Young. Young hands it off to Seth. Seth crosses the 40, gets out to the 35. He crosses the 30. 25 brought down at the 20. They're going to mark him at the 18-yard line. Found a crease on the outside and just pulled away. Shoestring tackle by the Snowflake defender.
I'm watching again on this McCall Excavating Dirtworks instant replay. Huh. I broke instant replay. I apologize.
Here we go. Round Valley setting up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Owen Young back in shotgun. Seth Wiltbank next to him. Here we go with the snap. There's the snap. Owen Young with the keeper. He finds a crease in the middle. He gets down to the 10-yard line. The ball will be spotted at the 10. Ladies and gentlemen, Round Valley are now moving the ball. They seem to be finding holes in this Snowflake defense. Funaki checking in now, Rivera checking out.
That is very encouraging to see them develop a running game.
It is. Perhaps the first series passes kind of softened them up a little bit. So we got 2 right, 1 left. Owen Young in shotgun with Seth Wiltbank beside him. Quarterback keeper, he crosses the 5-yard line, battles down to about the 3. Running on the far side, finding a seam out there.
And that's going to be 1st and goal.
So now we've got 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Defense was set up for pass, and everybody was looking. Nobody was watching Owen on that.
Nice counter for Round Valley after that long touchdown. They've come back. We got about 37 yards rushing, 28 passing. Pretty even spread of the play calling.
Yes, very effective. Very effective. So now Round Valley's coming out in a tight set. You've got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Seth Wiltbank back with Owen Young in shotgun. No, it's a direct snap to Wiltbank. Wiltbank crosses the plane and gets into the end zone. Round Valley touchdown on the strong side, the far side.
That's good for a Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Round Valley touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, Round Valley answering.
Am I quiet to you?
I turned you down just a little bit because the guy we were picking him up as well. Kick is up, and it is good. All right. Flores with the point after, and it is good. So we're back to a tie ball game. It is now 7-7 with 6:24 left in the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet for the Round Valley fight song. Smash those emojis. These boys are fighting hard tonight. They need all the love they can get. Outstanding series, Mr. Pena. What did you think?
I thought it was great to answer that kind of that long play by Snowflake, kind of could take the wind out of yourselves. We answered with an 80-yard, almost more demoralizing drive. Evenly divided between run and pass, and we found some soft spots. That short passing game is tough to defend.
First quarter's play tonight brought to you by Woodland Building Center. Hey, y'all, it's getting cold. So it's time to get your fireplace cleaning supplies. No project is too big or too small. They're always helping the community. It's not a bad idea to show them some love in return. All right, Flores back to kick. It is high. It is deep. Oh, that will
just out of bounds.
That will go out of bounds at the 1-yard line. I'm sure Snowflake will take the ball at the 35-yard line. That will be a procedure call because it went out of bounds, but
heads-up play by the Lobos player to go ahead and let it go out there because that's worth an extra 15 yards.
Yeah, well, that'll bring the ball out to the 35. Yeah, so.
Because if it goes out the end zone, it's still to the 20.
Yes, it will. So, ladies and gentlemen, Backwoods Tees. Jamie Hulsey will set you up whatever you need. All you got to do is let her know she can put something together.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a company logo or a family reunion. They got you covered.
And we got motion on Snowflake. So we got a procedure that'll back them up 5 and replay the first down. So they'll now be starting 1st and 15 from their own 30-yard line. All right, Snowflake getting set up. Their quarterback tonight is Easton Butler.
Oh.
No, Round Valley's defense just manhandling the Snowflake running back on that. That was Mason McClay. And I'm sorry, Caden Cantrell is your quarterback tonight. I miscalled that earlier. So.
And did you see the fire from that Elks defense?
Yeah.
He wasn't going down, so the whole team dogpiled on him just to make sure.
That is a true form of gang tackling. Gain of 2 on that for Snowflake. Cantrell back in shotgun, 1 man in motion. And here we go. We've got Taryn Green battling across to about their own 39-yard line. Round Valley's defense putting up a pretty staunch, but they're giving up a few yards. So we'll see if they don't tighten their belts up a little bit as they get closer to midfield. Gannon Earhart checking in at nose, Cisco checking out. We'll see if Mr. Earhart's speed doesn't make a difference on that defensive line. Cantrell back in shotgun. He's looking for a pass. A little bit of a screen, and he's picked up for a loss of about 3 yard lines. Round Valley not biting on that.
Who was in on that tackle? Was that 65 or 85?
That was
or 66, 85?
Morgan Arona, 85. Morgan Arona in on that. Round Valley's backer core not biting. They saw that coming. Gannon Earhart putting a little pressure on Cantrell as well. Looks like Snowflake's back to punt. Here's the punt. And it's blocked! It's blocked! It's blocked. Round Valley picks it up at the 10-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Kyron Clark.
See that again.
Kyron Clark with a huge play.
Oh, look at this, Dan. It's beautiful. Oh, fakes out the camera. Where is it? We're bumbling, and we fall on it right at the 10-yard line.
I didn't get the number on the block, Stephen. Who was that? Jovan Ortiz actually blocked the kick, and then there was a bit of a scrum for it, and Kyron Clark comes up with it. Ladies and gentlemen, huge play right here. Round Valley now just between the 10 and 11-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Seth Wiltbank back next to Owen Young. Let's see. Oh, we've got a false start on Round Valley. So that will back them up 5. Looks like they were just a little bit excited. All right, here we go. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Owen Young with Seth Wiltbank in shotgun. Owen Young looking for Riley Hamlin. Riley Hamlin battling down to about the 3-yard line. So he picks up the 5 and then a little more.
My goodness.
So we're looking at, we are pretty much moving the ball. Snowflake's defense does not have an effective answer as yet. So we'll see how this game progresses. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Owen Young with Seth Wiltbank in shotgun. It's a keeper. Owen Young finds a seam. Did he cross? And there's a touchdown, Round Valley. Touchdown, Round Valley on the blocked punt, setting that up. Kevin Flores coming out for the point after.
And that is our second Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency Round Valley touchdown.
Riley Hamblin set to hold. Kevin Flores back to kick. Pancake is with the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. So Round Valley jumping out to a 14-7 lead with 3:32 left in the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is not failing to disappoint. We have fireworks in the building tonight.
So you still think it's going to be a low-scoring game, Mr. Muth?
It's not. It may not be low scoring, but it will be close. Hey, look, all bets are off. Everything I said in pregame is now out the window.
It's crazy. Hey, turnovers playing a key.
Turnovers are playing a key, but for once they're going in our favor.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Booger Red's a big sponsor for us. Hey, I can't recommend their Southwest Chicken Fried Steak. Whether you eat it red or you eat it green, I tell you what, if you haven't tried it, you absolutely have to. Enchiladas with 2 eggs over medium on top is another delicacy. Red or green, either way, doesn't matter. Or you can do red and green, go for Christmas. Booger Reds.
You know, my favorite thing about Booger Reds, I feel like they have the best, breakfast green chili.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is the perfect for breakfast.
The thing is you can eat so much breakfast there that you really don't want to work until about noon.
That is also an issue. That is my plan for tomorrow.
Flores back to kick. It is up, kind of a line drive knuckleball, and it will go out of bounds at the 10, at about the 15, so that will again start Snowflake on the 35.
Worked out for his last time.
All right.
Do you think they're trying to keep from kicking deep? Because he's angled it to this side the last 2 times, almost like trying to avoid a big return.
I don't know. I would think that with Flores' leg, he should have no trouble getting that into the end zone. So I don't know why he's kicking to the corner like that, but I'm not going to second guess him.
He's got the shanks.
Cantrell's got his offense out there. 1 receiver right, 1 left, 2 beside him. Cantrell in shotgun. He hands off to McClay. McClay finds a little running room and crosses about the 42-yard line. So that's about a 7 or 8 yard carry for McClay. I'm sorry, Taryn Green on that carry. Taryn Green. So we got 1 receiver right, 1 left, 2 back there with Cantrell and shotgun. There's the snap to Green again. Green crosses the 45-yard line, battles out to about the 48 for a first down. So now they're moving with a little bit quicker offense, and Round Valley's defense is not coming up with the stops that they did in that last series. Let's see if they make an adjustment. They do. Looks like Makai Funaki's going to check in at defensive end. Cantrell with the handoff to McClay. McClay crosses midfield and gets to about the 47-yard line. Oh, they're going to spot it at the 48. So it's now 2nd and 8. No, 2nd and 5. No, 6.
About
6. Yeah, about 6. Cantrell in shotgun. He hands off to McClay again. McClay comes across. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down, maybe a yard. So that's going to bring him out 3rd and 1 on Round Valley's 43-yard line. Let's see if Round Valley can come up with a stop. McClay in motion. Cantrell hands off to Green. Green comes across the 40 down to about the 37. So now Snowflake is moving the ball pretty effectively.
Yeah, this hurry up, no huddle offense is.
Yeah. So now we've got Trayson Merrill checking in for Kyron Clark.
Oh.
Gannon Earhart coming in, maybe out. Nope. Mackay stays in. We'll see. Cantrell hands off to Green. Green gets hit and brought down at about the 34.
Definitely a different approach this drive, but it seems to be working for him.
Yeah, so it looks like Snowflake's running a hurry-up offense. Cantrell deep. He hands off to McClay. McClay crosses Gets the first down at about the 28, 27 is where they're going to spot it. So let's see. This hurry-up offense seems to be effective. Kind of has Round Valley on their heels a little bit. Cantrell back in shotgun. He hands off to Green. Green finds a little crease. Oh, brought down by the defensive end over there. That is Trayson Merrill.
I think this hurry up, they're trying to take advantage of their depth advantage here. Try to wear on the Elks. Don't have as many subs coming in and out as the Lobos do.
Yeah, definitely going to play into their advantage. Cantrell deep. He hands off to Green again. No crease this time, and he is buried at the 25-yard line. Defensive end in the nose guard in on that play. So now it's 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Snowflake coming out in the hurry up again. One receiver right, one receiver left. Kind of a power offense they've got set up here. Cantrell looking to the sideline for the call. And it looks like they're going to let the first quarter run out. Everybody's going to go to their sideline. This would be a good time to tell you about Cowboy Up Hay and Ranch Supply. Cowboy Up. I tell you what, you can get your feed there. You can get your farm and ranch supplies there. And then they have a little shop kind of to the back and to the side where you can get wool coats, vests, new hats if you need one. Boot oil, that's what I go in there for. I get boot oil.
There you go.
My whites are always thirsty for Neat's Foot oil. That is the best. So, Cowboy Up. And it's also chainsaw season, and they've got a pretty wide selection of steel products in there too. So
They do. Go see Jeff. He'll cut you a good deal. He's trying his hardest to keep those 500 eyes in stock. So if you want one, go see him. Try and get your hands on one.
oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't know if you guys heard that over the house mic or not, but big announcement. White Mountain League softball champions this year went to Round Valley. Round Valley with the championship this year over Snowflake 10-11 in the White Mountain League championships for softball. That's a huge win for them. All right, Cantrell now is in shotgun. He's keeping. He's looking for a pass. He's looking for a pass. He's going to keep it. He crosses the 20, and he's picked up at the 35. Ethan. I don't know what just happened there.
Yeah, you're quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know. How about that? Is that better?
That's better.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm quiet, though.
A lot of things going on. We got new toys to play with, and we're having fun. All right, so Cantrell's got his offense. They're going to be down at Round Valley's 16-yard line. Cantrell's in shotgun. He's got, I think that's Green back there with him. No, yeah, it's Taryn Green. He finds a little seam in the middle, and it looks like he's going to battle across to about the 11 or maybe the 12. Kyron Clark bringing him down on that play.
Yeah, he tripped him. He had grabbed his foot in the backfield.
So Cantrell and shotgun, 2 right, 1 left. He's got Green in the backfield with him, looking for a keeper. He crosses the 10-yard line, battles up to about the 4. I'm sorry, about the 5-yard line, just shy of the 5-yard line. Looks like they're gonna spot it. Looks like it's 1st and goal for Snowflake. Yeah, 1st and goal, Snowflake. Cantrell and shotgun. He's got Green in the back with him. He's got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And he's going to keep it. He's looking, no. He's tied up. He's tied up and hit at the line by Cade Hogel. But they do get down to about the 2.5, maybe 3-yard line. Cantrell in shotgun. He's got Green in the back with him. Hands off to Green. Green walks in untouched. Walks into the end zone.
Made him earn every yard of it, though.
So now Snowflake is setting up for the point after with 10-11 in the second quarter. So let's see. Sam Crockett back to kick. Kick is up, and it is good. So now we're back to a 14-14 ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, second quarter's play brought to you tonight by the Hamblin Law Office. Nobody ever expects things to happen, but if you find yourself needing legal help, Hamblin Law Office is there to help you out. Hamblin Law Office provides superior representation in many areas of law, including personal injury, family law, criminal defense, and civil litigation. Hamblin Law Office, ladies and gentlemen, your local help for legal services. All right, so we got 10-11 left in the second quarter. We got a 14-14 ball game. You know, at this point, Stephen, I'm thinking, I don't know that defense will be the key. I think the last team to score will be the team to win.
It just might be, you know. I still think turnovers are going to be the key in a game like this. You know, one team can open up the two-score advantage because of a turnover. That's hard to come back from in a game like this.
Well, I think another thing that's going to play into this is what adjustments are made at halftime.
Advantage around Valley, if that's what it comes down to. Coach Bell makes the best adjustments halftime of any high school coach I've ever been around.
Hamblin, Ortiz, and Wiltbank back to receive the kick. It is high. Looks like it's hit. Seth fields it at the 10. He crosses the 20. He runs into traffic at the 21. Looks like we got a little bit of extracurricular, but the refs are just going to talk it out and not worry about it at this point. They're going to bring it out to about the 22-yard line. That's where they're going to spot the progress. We'll see what the offense does here. All right, so we got two receivers right, one receiver left. Seth Wiltbank back with Owen Young in shotgun. Jaden Cisco with the snap. Oh, looked like he was going to hand it off, but he kept it, and he's going to get a – he might have got back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like possibly a loss of one. No, they're going to spot it.
Right back to line scrimmage.
Yeah, so he battled back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like Rivera's checking out. Funaki's checking in. So let's see what they come up with here. Snowflake in basically a four-man front. They're setting up in your basic 4-4 defense. But they're not in coverage. They're doing man coverage, which is dangerous given the speed of our receivers. Ortiz comes down with the catch at Snowflake's. Let's see where they spotted, about the 41. Jovan Ortiz with the big reception takes it all the way down to Snowflake's 41-yard line. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Snowflake's defense, they're playing man coverage against some of the fastest backs or receivers on the mountain.
Yeah, and it's man zero, no safety deep. I mean,
nothing.
You know, we get something open over the middle, it's 6. Man zero coverage, pretty dangerous against this group of receivers.
Yeah, setting up in a 4-4. They're in man coverage again. Looks like Seth Wilbank finds a crease on the right side, battles across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, if they're going to give us those if they're going to give us those deep passes, I think we need to take advantage of that.
I see a play action coming. This is a perfect down for it. Second and moderate yardage. You know, the great time to throw that deep middle.
Yeah, we got
They got somebody deep middle now. They 24 drop back into safety.
Yeah, he's going into coverage. We got Riley Hamlin, Javon Ortiz out to the left. Trayson Merrill out to the right. The keeper, Seth Wilbank, gets around the corner, and they get him on a shoestring tackle inside the 10-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. About the, the 7.
31 yards.
My goodness.
31 yards.
Oh, no, they are bringing it. They said he stepped out of bounds at the 24. So they had Trayson Merrill split out wide as the tight end, and he came back on a block and opened up that corner. Seth came around that corner and down the sideline. Looks like he stepped out at about the 24-yard line. So, all right, we got two receivers out to the left, one receiver right. Owen Young and shotgun. Here we go. We're looking deep, looking for the end zone. I don't know. They look like they were hand fighting with each other quite a bit. Round Valley faithful are begging for PI and not getting it. Funaki checking in, Rivera checking out.
You're not going to get that hand fighting call very often,
Yeah.
unless they really grab them, pull them back. They're not going to get that call that very often.
So 2nd and 10 for Round Valley. Hamblin and Rivera split out to the left. Funaki out to the right. It looks like Round Valley's going to call timeout. They want to take a minute and consider their options here. So we've got a timeout on the field. Goob's Pizza, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what kind of pizza you like, you got to order it with the Tracy Thin. Tracy Thin crust pizza, Goob's Pizza, ladies and gentlemen, the best pizza in town. Also, Greer Land and Investments, new to the Let's Go Elks family. Greer Land and Investments, realtors there in Greer, specializing in Greer properties. Bob Pollock will help you handle your needs in the Greer area. Ladies and gentlemen, Greer Land and Investments. Okay, so now we got the timeout. Round Valley coming out. They're setting up with Riley Hamlin and Jovan Ortiz out to the left. Makai Funaki split out wide to the right. Seth Wiltbank back with Owen Young and shotgun. There's a snap. Looking for the pass across the middle. Oh, Kyron Clark could not come down with it on a little drag across the middle and just could not come down with it. That would have been a big play for Kyron.
I mean, he almost had it, got his fingertips on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then had a second chance at it, but then the ground mounster got him.
Yep. So now Round Valley setting up 3rd and 10. Riley Hamlin, Javon Ortiz split out to the left. Rowdy Rivera to the right. Owen Young in shotgun with Seth Wiltbank standing next to him. No, it's a direct snap to Wiltbank. He's got a lead block. No. That hole collapsed very quickly. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. So now it looks like Round Valley's going to set up for a field goal. Kevin Ortiz back to kick. Riley Hamlin to hold. The ball is going to be placed at the 30-yard line. It is up. It has got enough. No, it is wide right.
Yeah.
Wide right. It is no good.
And if we look at this, we can see he barely kind of bumbled the hold. It was a bad hold, unfortunately. That's a tough break.
Yeah. Little bit of trouble on the exchange. Little bit of trouble on that exchange.
And as soon as he kicked it, he knew.
So tonight's camera footage brought to you by the Legacy Teen Center here in Round Valley. Great crew tonight.
It was actually a little bit of a short snap, and Hamlin picked it up pretty well, but the snap bounced right in front of the tee. He made a nice job of picking it up, actually, the holder did on that play.
Indeed. He's lucky he got it in a kickable position at all.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So now Snowflake is going to be set up at their own 20-yard line on the south end of the field, going from the south to the north. So now they're moving. Now we're going to see, we're tied at 14 with 7:08 left in the second quarter. This game has not disappointed so far at all. A little bit more explosive offensively than I would have thought it would have been, but still not a disappointing football game. I don't know if you guys can hear this on the stream or not, but the pep band is playing the theme to Rocky, so if you were here and you wanted to get a candy bar, all you got to do is let Wes know. You can get you a candy bar. Here we go. Nothing yet. Oh, sorry.
Hey, I heard it.
Yeah. No scores from the 3A East yet. We're waiting to hear.
Hey, Sholo won tonight already.
Yeah, Sholo did. Sholo with a decisive victory over Fountain Hills.
1-0. Forfeit because of the COVID.
Fair enough.
Hey, a win's a win, right? So Cantrell's back in shotgun. He hands off to McClay, and McClay is just buried by Pancake Cisco for at least a 2 or 3 yard loss. They're going to spot progress pretty within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, but Cisco threw him for about 5. Jaden Cisco with a huge, huge hit on McClay. Cantrell back. He's got Green and McClay back there with him. Hands off to McClay again. McClay hits traffic, but will battle it out about 4 yards down to the 20, I want to say the 24-yard line.
Or 24, sorry.
About the 24.
Unfortunately, that's not how math works.
Yeah, McClay is checking out, and it looks like number 7, Camden Brimhall, is checking in. So you got Green and Brimhall back with Cantrell. It's a keeper. He's thrown across the middle, and it's fumbled. No, they're going to rule it incomplete.
Oh, I don't know if I like that call.
Oh.
Let's look at it again.
Let's see if
Does
we
he
got
have it? He well,
it's
okay. Close enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to argue he made a football move and gave up the ball, but they're going to rule that incomplete. Oh, Ortiz was all over him on that. So now we got Sam Crockett back to kick the punt. There's the punt. Hamblin's back to receive it he's got it. He crosses the 50, and he's taken out about the 45-yard line.
Oh, we got a late flag.
And it looks like we are going to have a flag.
We get a little extra love on the sideline there.
He got a little extra love out of bounds, and Snowflake is going to pay for it. All indications are that that's probably going to be 15 yards tacked on. Yes. Unsportsmanlike, personal foul. So now tack on 15 to the end of that run, which is going to give Round Valley 1st and 10 at Snowflake's 28-yard line. That is not what Snowflake needed. That is not what they needed. Okay, we got 2 receivers left. Seth Wiltbank in back. It's a handoff to Wiltbank. Wiltbank's got a blocker. There's another lead block. Looks like,
we got Laundry in the backfield.
Yeah, looks like we've got holding. The umpire throwing that flag. It's going to be holding at the line of scrimmage. I'm almost certain of it. Yep. Yeah. So we got a hold against Round Valley. That will back us up 5 or 10. So that'll put us in double sticks. So now we got 1st and 20.
We always like a challenge.
Don't we, though? All right.
Just means more yards to get stats for.
That's right.
So we got 3 receivers to the left. Owen Young with the keeper. He's going to find a little crease and cross back across the 30, so he's going to get most of it back, if not all of it. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. Owen Young with the keeper on the near side. He found a nice little seam in there, and when he did, he exploited it to get 10 yards back. So that is a nice pickup, setting us up for 2nd and 11. So here we go. We got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Owen Young with Seth Wiltbank in the backfield, set up in shotgun. Here comes the snap. Owen Young looking. He's looking for Ortiz. No. Ortiz could not come down with it. 3rd and 11 now. So we got 4:47 left in the half. Ortiz could not come down with that. Let's see what Round Valley comes out with. Still, Snowflake is sticking with the man-to-man coverage on our receivers, which is really surprising. They have nobody back choosing to load up the box and come with an extra linebacker, which is kind of surprising, but hey, that's their game plan. So we got Owen Young deep, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Owen Young, he hands off to Seth Wiltbank, who does cross the 25-yard line. He's down to about the 24 with a shoestring tackle. I didn't get a Snowflake player on that. I think it was 65 with the tackle, which is Layson Isaacs with the shoestring tackle. Rivera checking in now. So Rivera will be split out to the right. Ortiz and Hamblin out to the left. Wiltbank set up with Young in shotgun. Timeout, Round Valley. They want to take a second and discuss it with 4:06 left. Tied 14. 4:06 left in the second quarter. I don't know, Ethan. I think we got us a ball game. What do you think?
It's been exciting so far.
Well, let's find out what's going on around the 3A we've got Valley Christian and Arizona College Prep tied at 0. River Valley 17 over Paradise Honors. Push Ridge Christian 20 over Santan Foothills. Safford 7 over Coolidge. Let me see if I can find anything else. And that's about it for scoring updates.
Push Ridge and who? Santan?
Push Ridge leading Santan 20-0.
So after the timeout, we've got Round Valley coming out of the huddle with Coach Bell. Snowflake's defense kind of hanging out, getting ready for Round Valley's offense. Looks like we are going to come out in a trips left, 2 receivers right, nobody in the backfield. Looks like we are running a flood. And there it is. Riley Hamblin with the connection across the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, Round Valley touchdown again. Snowflake, we come out in a flood offense.
And huge credit for standing in there, taking that hit, and making the throw anyway.
Owen Young back there by himself, coming up, getting together with Riley Hamlin for a huge touchdown. Kevin Flores back to kick. Riley Hamlin back to, he's going to place the ball for him. Here's the snap. There's the ball's down. It's up. And it is no good. It is no good. Mr. Flores is not having that great of a night. Coach Bell grabbing him by the face mask, telling him to relax. There's a lot of ball game left, I'm sure. So now Round Valley's up 20 to 14 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. I'm afraid I might have to acquiesce to Stephen Pena. This might be a 30-34 ball game. And it pains me to say that.
I know. It pains me to hear it. No, I can't even say that with a straight face. No. But honestly, I really thought one of us was going to be right. I thought it was going to be a close game. I really wasn't sure. But since you took the low score, figured I might as well take the high score.
This has been, the defenses at some point should really show up and start to play ball. The offenses seem to be moving the ball fairly well tonight. At some point, the defenses are going to have to get involved.
I'm okay with that, Let them cheer where they can do it.
So, all right, Flores back to kick off. Snowflake is set up with Green and, I'm sorry, not Green. Set up with Stewart and McClay in the back. Kick is up, down the middle to McClay. McClay fields it at the 10. He bounces to the outside, and he gets brought down by Riley Hamlin at about the 35-yard line.
Hey, I'm starting.
What?
The kicking out of bounds strategy is still more or less in effect.
Yeah, apparently the 35-yard line is the place to start for Snowflake. So now we got Cantrell in the backfield, one left, one right. He's got Green and McClay back there with him. Handoff to McClay. McClay gets hit at the line of scrimmage.
66.
66. That is Kate Hogle.
Hogle. Kate Hogle.
Sorry, that's Kate Hogle. My numbers are wrong. Number 66, Kate Hogle.
Another run up the middle for a couple of yards. I'll see if I can get you. That was Green on, no? Yeah, Green on the carries. So that brings it out to 3rd and 5 for Snowflake. Pancake now checking in on defense. Here we go. McClay gets buried. He might have gained 2, but Round Valley's defense really keying on him right now. So it looks like it's about 4th and 2 for Snowflake. So here we go. I would look for the hard count, see if somebody will jump off sides. Cantrell with Green and McClay in the back. Yeah, there's the hard count. Nobody's moving. So now we're going to get a Snowflake timeout. Nobody bit, so Snowflake is not going to get the cheap first down. They're going to have to earn it. So we got timeout on the field. The coach is going to take a minute to discuss things. And while they do that, let's talk about Pioneer Title. Pioneer Title for all of your title and escrow needs. If you're buying and selling property, or you want somebody to manage your sale for you, Pioneer Title is the place to go. Right here in Round Valley, Carly Baird and Cheyenne will take care of you and do their level best to help you through the buying and selling process. Pioneer Title. So the ball is spotted on the 44-yard line on the far side of the field. This is an opportunity for a big stand for Round Valley. Let's see if they can make it happen. Green and McClay back with Cantrell and shotgun. One receiver right, one receiver left. Let's see what happens. McClay's going to look outside, and he will pick up the first down. Trayson Merrill losing his headgear on that. He's going to have to come out for a play. Trayson Merrill in on that tackle. He's going to have to He's got to come out for one play while they make that adjustment. Kyron Clark checking in. Snowflake with a hurry-up offense. Hands off to McClay again. He gets up to the 50 with 2:14 left. I'm sorry, that was Green on that carry, not McClay. That was Green. Bringing it up to the 50, so you got second down and 8. Cantrell and Green in the backfield. You got 3 tight to the right, 1 left. Under pressure. No, pass is incomplete. They tried to hook up with McClay and just could not make it happen. Cade Hogle and Riker Marble in on that, breaking up that pass play.
So, Dan, if you can...
Oh, that was 85. That was Morgan Rona, sorry. That was Morgan Rona on that.
All right, Dan, I'm taking a teaching moment for a few minutes here, so I may not be talking as much, but I'm going to be helping Dan learn some things. So, Daniel. He's still a Dan. It works.
Yeah, it works. So Cantrell's back to pass. He's looking. He's under pressure. He does get it out. Oh, and the play is busted up by Riley Hamblin, and the flag comes out. It might be offensive because Riley Hamblin was there to pick up the interception, and the Snowflake player busted that up. So let's see what they call.
Rowdy pushed him, got pushed away, so I think it may be offensive.
Pass interference against Snowflake. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Wow, I am actually surprised. I was waiting for the worst news.
Well, Riley Hamblin was set up to receive that, and the Snowflake player came in and pushed Rivera away and got tangled up. So, yeah,
Does that carry a loss of down?
No.
All right.
But it does back him up 15. So now Snowflake's third and 25. Third and 25. This will be huge. They're setting up 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver left. Green in the backfield with Cantrell.
There's great pressure. Our defense line put pressure on him on that play too.
Cantrell under pressure. He's looking. He can't find anybody open. There's a little bit of a hold. Cantrell's looking. He's directing traffic. And he gets just, Jovan Ortiz comes up. Him and Owen Young hit Cantrell and just bust him apart at the 49-yard line. That's probably a play, one of these that we need to mark. So we got 4th and 8.
That hurt me.
So now we're starting to see some of the saltiness that I was talking about earlier.
It knocked Owen Young's wrist playing band off. He hit him so hard.
Was that Owen Young's or was that Cantrell's? I couldn't tell.
Well, Young put it in his pocket. So
yeah, Snowflake's going to take a minute to think about it with 1:01 left in the half.
It was Owen.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this game is not – if you thought this was going to be a snoozer, I'm sorry. This is nothing like that. This is a great ball game. This was everything that everybody thought it was going to be. Yes. So now Snowflake's going to take a little bit of time to kind of figure out what they want to do here. They're 4th and deep. The decision is, do you go for it or do you punt it away? Either way, if they give the ball up at midfield, it won't be that bad. If they punt, they have a chance to pin Round Valley deep and let their defense go to work. Let's see what they decide to do. So it looks like it. So Riley Hamlin's back to receive the punt. Sam Crockett's back to kick. You've got Stewart and Bramhall back there blocking.
Snap is up.
There's the punt.
Punt is up. Riley Hamlin looking. It's going to be short.
It's going to take a Round Valley bounce and it's going to be dead at the 17-yard line. So Round Valley's going to get it 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line with 51 seconds left. Let's see what they decide to do here. Looks like Round Valley's just going to kneel.
Just a few seconds left as we go into half.
Yeah, it looks like Round Valley's just going to take a knee and go and look to go into the locker room. They're going to have to do that one more time. Kind of a conservative way to end the quarter, but not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea.
I even like that, and I usually say go for the blood.
At this point in the game, they probably need the rest.
And you don't want a cheap turnover deep in your to turn the
part,
momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
is.
you're getting the ball back at half.
Yeah, we're getting the ball back at half. It's a good conservative move. So now the teams are heading to their sidelines right now as we count down from 15, 16. Looks like an excellent half of play. I've got a comment here. Snowflake's demeanor is not what I was expecting to see. We'll see how this second half turns out. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of motivational speaking in the locker room, both locker rooms, because I don't think the Bells are going to allow their team to lighten up one bit. And I'm sure Coach Solomon is going to try to find a way to motivate his Snowflake players to get control of this ball game again.
How about that first half of football, people? Are we having fun in the dome tonight?
Hey, but what have they done since then?
Once again,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's halftime. Halftime is brought to you by LeSueur Automotive. LeSueur Automotive. You know LeSueur Automotive, even if you don't know them by name. They got the coolest scarecrow display out in front of their store. They're there for all your advanced automotive needs. They have the computers that they need to talk to the computers in your car. They can diagnose just about everything under the sun with today's newer models of cars. Aaron LeSueur and company will be more than happy to help you out. If your car is sputtering, puttering, or fluttering, you need to take it by Aaron in Advanced Automotive.
Oh, what do we got going on down here?
Oh, we're going to go midfield. I'm going to turn this up.
Alexis Stanton, go to homecoming. Come on, what's your
And we
homecoming, people?
Oh, looks
that,
like
that
we.
was a homecoming request.
Looks
That's
like
how we
it.
decided to ask in front of the big crowd.
Yeah,
Backflip.
that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Most girls like to be embarrassed with stuff like that. so.
Obviously, I mean, that's how I was so successful in high school.
Yeah, my wife, I was more low key.
The neighbors from Snowflake come over and have a great evening of football. Thank you so much. Welcome. Tonight, we'd like to take this time to recognize some of the important people in our district and our communities and who support our schools. We cannot be successful as a school district without the support of our business partners.
What an exciting first half.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, it feels good to go in up. Wish we were up, 7 instead of 6, but I'll take it.
This is part of this. So
You know, this game is not disappointing at all.
Chromebooks to our district
At all.
kids to be successful during
I got to be honest. I wasn't expecting the shootout that we're getting, but it has been a ball game. The defenses both defenses are not playing as tight as I thought they would, and I really didn't expect Snowflake to come out and man coverage on some of the fastest receivers on the mountain. I just did not expect that at all.
That's putting a lot of faith in your athletes.
Oh, there is maybe a handful of people on this mountain that can keep up with Jovan Ortiz or Riley Hamblin.
And they're not giving them very much cushion either.
No, they're not. They're basically hoping to stay with them foot to foot down the field, and it's like,
Good luck.
You've got to have a lot of faith in your defensive backs to do that. You know, if it was me, I'd drop a safety back. They're opting to pull the safety up to have that extra linebacker in there. But it's not working for him, because then when we come out in trips like that, then they got to come out, and now you got 3 in man coverage. So we pretty much have the pick of the field as long as we have time to get the ball off. And right now, we have that time.
Yeah, excellent line play so far from the Elks. I think they've been doing a great job. No sacks yet.
In the balance between rushing and passing, you know, the Bells never fail to disappoint in checking film to see how that balance has got to go. Is it 60-40? Is it 50-50? Is it 70-30? So, you know, never failing to disappoint.
Can you give us a little extra volume on the atmosphere, Mike?
We have the Round Valley Police Department and Fire Department. Please come on out.
A big thank you to the first responders.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to walk on you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, partnerships with our police and fire department, our schools would not be safe without them. Thank you again. Big round of applause for the Blue and Red. Thank you all. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Lastly, Round Valley Ambulance Service. Come on out here.
Everybody's getting some
There's
love
2
tonight.
warriors that are here every game. Hopefully not hauling anybody to the hospital. We always pray they just sit there and have a good time. But let's get to our ambulance service. Thank you. Thank you again.
Ambulance service showing the Round Valley fans some elk tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Mr. Travis Udall.
All right.
Superintendent of Round Valley Schools. Please help me welcome to the
And then we got the one kid screaming into our mic. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, what do you expect?
All right, so here comes the.
Is this the Round Valley
That
dance
was
team?
me, not some kid.
All
I'm
right,
not
so
surprised.
here's the Round Valley dance team. Dance team made up of Miley Penrod. She's been dancing for 4 years. She's a senior. Bailey Gillum, she's a senior, been dancing for 4 years. Alyssa Gardner, a junior, been dancing for 3 years. Hallie Gomez, a sophomore, she's been dancing 3 years. Mackenzie Padilla, a sophomore, she's been at it for 2. Maddie Cisco, a freshman, she's been dancing 2. Braylon Baca, a freshman, she's been dancing for 2. And let's see, we've got Cheyenne Gillum, a freshman, she's been dancing for 2. Cassidy Mortensen, she's an 8th grader, she's been dancing for 2. And then Shay Barentine, she's an 8th grader, and this is her first year.
Wow.
Yeah,
A lot of experience out on that field then.
a lot of experience on that field.
Looks like only one first-year dancer.
Yeah, well, actually, one first-year dancer and 8th grader. So, all dance at Genuine Dance Studios. So they all perform hip hop, jazz, kick, line, and palm dances. Coach Eric Scarborough has been coaching here for 15 years. I did not know that. But let's see. The dance team recently merged with the high school to become the Round Valley Dance Team, so they could perform at AIA events and compete in the palm competition in January. They are hoping to place in the top 10 in January and compete in finals in March. Assistant coaches are Cindy Gillum and Heidi Gardner. And they have been assisting now for 3 years. Most of the dancers are trained in ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop. Let's see, during the summer they trained for about 150 hours to prepare for the year. So,
Oh, my
wow.
goodness.
Yeah.
That's a lot of commitment.
Let's see, fun fact, the dance team has placed in the top 3 10 out of 15 years at the Arizona State Championships. 5 girls have gone on to dance professionally and at the college level. So, genuine dance.
What's that? They're not. All righty. Excellent performance. I enjoyed that.
Sorry. Too many buttons. Too many buttons. I know who I'm talking to, Ethan. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We bought even more buttons for you to look at. The temptation is too great.
The R. It's upside down. The R. And here's the cheer squad, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there we go.
Okay, I don't know if I want to perjure myself, but I did actually, my junior year, I was on the cheerleading squad for a while. I did learn how to partner stunt and do a few things.
Did you really?
It was a ton of fun, I'm not going to lie. And I got to hang out with cheerleaders, so.
You know, in retrospect, I think that would have been a lot more fun hanging out with the cheerleaders than, you know, being in a stinking locker room full of boys. Just saying. But hey, who knows? I'm sure that hanging out with cheerleaders has its advantages.
Just a little bit.
All right, so now we're coming up on the third quarter, and man alive, is this going to be something. I'm speechless, only because this game has not been anything that I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's a good game though.
Which is proof positive that maybe I ought to just shut up and watch instead of trying to make predictions.
Well, it's making me feel like my thoughts going into this game, I definitely felt like Snowflake was going to be tougher than Sholo, but I felt like we had a good chance. And so far, that's pretty much what's playing out. Is it really could go either way at this point.
But you know, real quickly, other than that, they took that first drive or that first play back, you know, big yardage. Their second drive, they answered 14-14. But since then, they haven't moved the ball very well. We made some adjustments, you know, hit them in the mouth a few times. And the other thing, if it comes down to adjustments at halftime, I will go with the Bells every time. Coach Bell, his experience, his knowledge of the game, he's great at making defensive adjustments. So whatever he has left to adjust, it's going to happen here, and I feel really good about it. The momentum, we've got the momentum coming out of halftime, or going into the second half, and we get the ball, so it should be pretty good.
You want to talk us through some of these stats?
Yeah, it's been a great game offensively for the Elks. It's been very balanced. We've got, you know, 82 yards rushing. We have 103 yards passing. You know, 10 yards average on the pass. You know, the thing that here is Young is 6 for 10. You know, great percentage. And a couple of the balls that fell incomplete were right on the money, just unable to hold on. Good defensive play on the one in the end zone, the off of Ortiz's hands. You know, we've moved the ball pretty well for the most part, and we have them off balance. We have that short passing game that we came out with, and then we started going deep as they moved everybody up. You know, we've got a good thing going right here.
You know what I'm happy with is that 5.8 average yards per rush.
Yes, that is huge.
That'll win a game.
Every time. You get 3 to 5 yards of carry. That's demoralizing for a defensive line. You guys know it. You played it, you know. somebody's ramming it down your throat, play after play after play, it gets old.
Yeah, it does. So, 3A scoring update. Valley Christian 0, Arizona College Prep 7. They're at halftime.
Wow, that surprises me.
Push Ridge 20, Santan Foothills 7. They're at halftime. Safford 10, Coolidge 7. They're at halftime. River Valley 31, Paradise Honors 0. And those are the only ones that are reporting right now. I was looking for Blue Ridge Winslow just to check and see what that was going to be, and there's no report as of yet.
I'll see if I can check with one of our other crews or other media crews around the state and see if I can get their game report for that Blue Ridge Winslow.
I believe it's the Power 95.7 Game of the Week, so if anyone's close to a radio.
Yeah, text us and let us know. We're also, we don't have a score on Wickenburg Borgade or Eastmark ALA, and then of course Sholo and Fountain Hills was canceled. So,
Game I'm curious about is that Payson Coronado game. We got Coronado coming next week.
And see, they're not even on here. So,
yeah.
All right. So going into the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Sierra Propane. Sierra Propane, your only locally owned propane company. The Wolflong family has been serving the Round Valley area for about 36 years. Well, more than the Round Valley area. Their family's been serving your family for almost 40 years now. Great new customer offers. Sierra Propane, a company built on service. Again, Sierra Propane. Let's see, still looking for that Payson score.
Any notable games going?
We
Santan. Push Ridge leading Santan 20-7 at halftime.
I got Wes poking in over my shoulder. This is kind of cool.
Arizona College winning 7-0. Sorry, people. How you doing?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I gotta go.
Okay, I got a score on the Blue Ridge Winslow. Blue Ridge 28, Winslow 0 at halftime.
Yeah, there's a shocker.
28-0 at half.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good news going into the second half of this ball game. Snowflake chose to receive and came out early with that first touchdown, but now Round Valley gets to receive in the second half. So Round Valley's going to come out on offense and see if they can expand their lead a little bit, build a little buffer on that score. So we'll see how it goes. Spy in the field right now. I see Coach Bell talking to his receiving team. Referees are all gathered at the 50-yard line. We're counting down 2 minutes on the warm-up period. So it looks like we are all in our places with bright, shiny faces waiting for the second half.
So what do you guys think of switching to that five-man front when they were getting caught with that hurry-up offense?
I thought that was great. You know, it threw them off. You know, that's something that forces them to make an adjustment offensively, takes time away from other things. And, you know,
well, and
they're not a passing
I
threat.
was about to say, and if you noticed, as soon as that started happening, they were still no huddle, but they were taken as long as if they were huddling up.
Yeah.
It wasn't rapid-fire play after play after play.
And the other issue there is by coming up in a five-man front and putting Cisco at nose, what you're doing is you're taking that middle away from McClay where he has to bust outside. As soon as he does bust outside, he then becomes a target by your defensive ends and outside linebackers.
Our strength on defense is not our size and strength, it's our speed. You know, I mean, Cade Hogel's 140 pounds, 150 pounds, but he's fast. He can cover sideline to sideline, so when he starts running laterally, it gives Hogel an advantage there. You know, Arona, same way. You know, our speed is our biggest asset on defense. When we could make them run laterally, that comes into play a big time.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Speed on the football field, sustained speed is always a good thing, and man, is that hard to say. But if you can do that for 4 quarters, you can control the ball game because you can dominate all aspects of the field, both defensively and offensively. And especially when you're a small school and you don't have a lot of depth, you know, most of these guys are playing Ironman football, so they're going hard on both sides of the ball. So we got Snowflake set up for kickoff. We got Crockett back to kick. He's setting the ball on the tee. Round Valley is setting up to receive. We've got Hamblin, Ortiz, and Wiltbank back to receive about the 5-yard line with Funaki, Rivera, and I don't have a number, at about the 25. The kick is up, kind of a line drive. Goes right to Ortiz. Ortiz crosses the 10, the 15, the 20. He gets a block. He gets to about the 23, 24-yard line. So let's see where Mr. Sneed spots it.
I like that.
He spots
Javon
it.
goes up to number 4 after that and says, hey, man, my bad. I saw him give him the fist bump. So all's well in the huddle.
Yeah. So Round Valley starting from their own 24-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver right. Wiltbank back with Young in shotgun. Wiltbank going in motion. Looks like he's going to catch a little pass, and he bounces it out across the 35-yard line for a first down.
Nice little screen out there. It was 2 wide receivers, lead blockers. That was a nice motion play right there.
And again, Snowflake in man coverage on defense with no safety cap. So Kay Solomon really relying on his linebackers to avert the passing game around Valley, and I don't. Well, now he's dropped back. Okay, so he's got Caleb Lineman now back at safety. So I guess there was an adjustment there. 3 right, 1 left. Wiltbank back with Young. Young coming to the far side. He airs it out. Ortiz is wide open. Wide open.
Goodness.
There isn't anybody within 15 yards, and he waltzes into the end zone. So it looks like the second half started for Round Valley just like it started for Snowflake in the first half.
Wasn't that a great play design? Great
Wow.
play design.
Oh, my goodness.
65 yards.
Nobody out there on Ortiz. They left him completely alone. They couldn't get within 15 yards of him as he scampers into the end zone.
I bet I could have caught that pass and scored as open as he was. And I'm old, fat, and slow.
Yeah, you know, I'm not going to make that call because I know I couldn't. The kick is up. And it's good. Flores with the point after, earning some street cred back. So now Round Valley 27, Snowflake 14, 11:05 left in the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, do not shut this off. This is going to go all night, I promise. So I want to give a shout out to the Flower Box. Homecoming is right around the corner, and ladies, gentlemen, you need to get your mums and your bouquets for your special somebody on homecoming. Do not fail to do this, guys. I promise you, you will never live it down if you don't. Stop by the Flower Box. Not just a flower shop. They have unique
Beautiful
gifts and always showing
Beautiful
up.
play design. Yes.
Let's not forget the Flower Box and the Pop Shop, who set us up this evening with drinks. I'm sitting here with my, that's what she said, probably my favoritist of all times. Thank you, Pop Shop, for setting us
Favoritist of all
up.
time, huh? Yeah, I've been going with blackberry, vanilla, Dr. Pepper. That's been my jam.
All right, Flores back to kick. McClay is deep. Stewart looking for a seam, and he gets, well, almost to the 30-yard line. Stewart was back with McClay. Stewart actually fielded the kick and brought it out to about the 30. So now they're bringing out Snowflake's ball. Mr. Sneed spotting it right at the 30-yard line. Round Valley setting up their defense now. Snowflake coming out with McClay, Cantrell, and I don't want to say Green. Yep, Green, Cantrell, and McClay. McClay with the handoff. He's trying to roll out the outside. Defensive end got a little quick on that and missed a tackle, but it still came. He still got about 5 yards out of it. So now 2nd and 5. Snowflake trying to really attack those ends right now. So Trayson Merrill and Mackay and Owen Young rotating sides. Looks like we got a little strong side, weak side rotation going on there. Cantrell back. McClay's got it. He's going to the weak side, and he is buried by Owen Young. Owen Young and Jaden Cisco.
Great penetration there.
And I'm sorry, that was not McClay. That was Green. Both of them have 30 numbers. So, but yeah, both of those guys in on that tackle. He really had nowhere to go. Looks like Coach Bell had a stunt going on there. All right, so we got 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, Cantrell and Green in the back. We got one receiver split out right. We got 3 tight on the left. Cantrell gets a snap. He's rolling out to the right, and he's looking. He's under pressure. He gets the ball away and throws it out of bounds. And it looks like a flag came out. Looks like roughing the passer on Round Valley. Let's see if we can get that on the replay.
No, we cut. Do we have offsetting penalties? Did we get intentional grounding as well? It must have been.
I'm sorry,
because
that
the ball's
was not
moving
roughing the
backwards.
passer. I thought he signaled roughing the passer. He signaled intentional grounding. So Cisco not getting the roughing the passer.
Loss of down.
But Cantrell gets a loss of down and backs up 15 yards on the intentional grounding. So now it's 4th down, and Snowflake has to punt from the 1-yard line. So the punter is back on the 1-yard line. The ball is spotted on the 15. There's the snap. It bounces. The punter gets it off. And it rolls out of bounds at the 50.
Right at the 50.
So Round Valley's going to get the ball at midfield. Excellent field position.
Oh, my goodness. This game's getting interesting.
This game is getting very interesting. Cantrell not very happy with the intentional grounding call, but there was no receiver out there as he threw the sideline to avoid the sack. So
The closest receiver was about 4 rows up in the stands over there.
I know.
Well, the potential receivers were all downfield. He threw it out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, and I think that's what caused it.
I think maybe he was trying to throw it to his coach.
So Round Valley coming out, 3 right, 1 left. Wiltbank going in motion. Owen in shotgun. Setting up, no, they didn't set up the screen. Owen Young with the keeper and takes it out to the 45-yard line. No, there's a fumble. Snowflake gets possession on their own 45 as the ball came out.
Well, there's that turnover Steven was looking for.
Well, let's see if Round Valley's defense can get the ball back.
Man, I still didn't see that ball come out.
Yep. Owen Young found a nice hole in the middle for a pickup of 5, but somehow on the tackle the ball came out or it was stripped.
He got popped pretty good. That was a pretty good hit he took.
Now, Cantrell, he had 2 left, 2 right, 1 in motion. McClay's going in motion, and he gets hit about 2, maybe 3 yards up from the line of scrimmage, so now it's going to be 2nd and 7.
And that last yard was purely from the lunge as he was hitting the ground.
Yeah, we have Hogel, Young in on that tackle, so they're really starting to key on McClay. So now we got Cantrell in shotgun. He's got Green back there with him. 2 receivers right, 2 left. McClay goes in motion, comes down, settles next to, hands off to Green. Green is hit and buried 2 yards up from the line of scrimmage. Big hit in there. Big hit in there by Hogel.
Looking at that 3rd and 4.
So now, yeah, they're looking at 3rd and 4, definitely. So we'll see what Snowflake does. Round Valley's faithful trying to get the defense fired up. Defense setting up, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Cantrell and Green in the backfield set up in shotgun. Cantrell gets it, hands off to Green. Green finds a crease in the middle and blows it out to about the 35-yard line of Round Valley, where he's met by Riley Hamblin.
That's just an unfortunate play. We had number 85, Morgan Arona, comes out because he loses his helmet. His replacement takes his spot as Mike linebacker, has a shot at the tackle and just kind of arm tackled him, missed it, and that one hurts.
And now we got Morgan Arona back in, so Cantrell with the keeper, and he's going nowhere. Hogel, Arona, and Keanu in on the stop.
Who made that play though? Trayson Merrill came in and caved in that play, forced him to go outside.
Yeah, for sure, Steve. It looked like he was trying to cut it inside the tackle, and it just wasn't there. It had to bounce it out, and that gave him that extra time to just converge on the ball.
Okay, so we got Cantrell in shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 left, with Green in the backfield with him. He's looking for a pass downfield. Rowdy Rivera in coverage in 18 could not come down with it. The pass was way over his head. Cantrell is flailing around, begging for the PI call and not getting it. So now we're starting to see some frustration on Snowflake's offense.
That was just great coverage. That was great coverage there by Rivera.
Well, and that was a bad throw by Cantrell. We got Cantrell back in shotgun. He's got Green back there with him. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Again, he's looking downfield. He's under pass coverage. Funaki's got him. Funaki drags him down at the 48-yard line.
My goodness.
Makai Funaki drags him down at the 48-yard line, so that is a huge 3rd down loss for Snowflake.
This Snowflake offensive line does not look comfortable in pass protection.
They don't. They don't. I think they have relied, for the last 3 weeks, they have relied on their run game, and they just don't look comfortable passing the ball. Snowflake in punt formation. Riley Hamlin back to receive for Round Valley. There's the snap. There's the punt. It's high, kind of a spiral. Riley Hamlin's not going to get to it, and it is going to roll into the end zone, so Round Valley will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Not the punt that Snowflake wanted. They were really trying to stop it before it went in the end zone, but not going to happen. So now Round Valley's going to come out 1st and 10, heading south from their own 20-yard line.
Let's see if we can have a little more luck on this drive.
You know, on the defensively, Round Valley's, when it's a pass situation, we're sending extra men. We send Owen Young on the play before that. That one is a jailhouse break. They sent like 6 guys on that one.
But we still managed to cover the pass. Owen Young back in shotgun, 2 right, 1 left. Seth Wilbank going into motion. Owen Young looking. He's looking downfield. He's airing it out. He's got Riley Hamlin. And Riley Hamlin could not get there. But Riley Hamlin was wide open. The defensive back trying to cover him was nowhere near him. And Ortiz was all by himself on the sideline again. The man coverage of Snowflake is just not reading our receivers very well.
And another point on Steven's last comment about, that sending that jailhouse blitz. That's what having speed on your defense lets you play, man.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Be a little more comfortable knowing you've got that downfield coverage.
Absolutely. So now we got Riley Hamlin and Ortiz to the right. We got Funaki out to the left. Wiltbank next to Owen in shotgun. And a little RPO action. Seth Wiltbank gets hit. He gets a couple yards, but he tries to run to the near side and gets met just behind the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 3. So you got 3rd and 7. Now you got Ortiz checking in, Funaki checking out. So now you got Rivera checking in. I don't know who. Okay, so we got Hamlin and Ortiz out to the right. Rivera left, Wiltbank back with Young and shotgun. Oh, looks like we have delay a game on Round Valley. Took a little too much time trying to get that play organized, so we're going to back them up 5 and try it again. So now we've got 3rd and 12. 2 receivers to the left, 1 right. Young's looking downfield. Quick little pass to Wiltbank. Wiltbank is now across the 30 where he's hit, but he's going to get the first down. Wiltbank will get the first down. He did pay for it a little bit, but
way to sacrifice your body for the first, buddy.
But that takes him down to the 32-yard line. So, Round Valley first down. Hamlin, Ortiz, and Rivera cleared out the defensive backs and gave Wiltbank the space he needed to get the first down. Funaki to the left, Ortiz and Hamlin to the right. There's a keeper to Wiltbank. Wiltbank finds a crease around the outside. He crosses the 40. He crosses the 50. It's a foot race now. He's down to the 30, the 20. He pulls away at the 10. And say goodnight, gentlemen. Round Valley just scored again.
My goodness. Great downfield block by Funaki. Awesome downfield block by number 88, Funaki.
Caleb Lineman was the closest Snowflake defender to Ortiz, or to Wiltbank, and got to about the 10-yard line and just pumped the brakes. And Wiltbank went all the way in. Looks like he's limping a little bit. Might have pulled a hamstring on that. Don't know. Maybe a cramp. Who knows? Riley Hamlin down to hold for the PAT. Cisco snapping. Ortiz back to kick. There's the snap. There's the hold. There's the kick. It's a knuckleball, but it clears the uprights. It is good for a 34-14 lead with 4:45 left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's exciting.
No, you know what's exciting is nobody expected us to do very well in the 3A East. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you, the Beast of the East is back, baby. The Beast of the East is back. And now that I've got that out of my system, hey, let's talk about trail riders. They are now open. Oh, my goodness.
Hallelujah.
Me and the fam went over there for dinner the other night. I forgot how good their bacon cheeseburgers were with Hatch green chili. I'm telling you.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
I haven't gone yet. I've been afraid that the crowds have been just too much.
You know what? Jody and crew has been pumping people in and out of those booths very quickly. You sit down, you eat, they get you in, they get you out, you know, and they've been keeping people moving. Still don't have all their tables yet, but ladies and gentlemen, they are working on it. They're doing everything they can. As soon as they get those tables, they'll be able to seat everybody. So now we got Kevin Flores setting up to kick from the north end on the north 40. We got Stewart and McClay back to receive. There's the kick, kind of a line drive to McClay. McClay's looking, he's get behind his wall. He breaks outside. He hits one of his own defenders and gets stood up, and it looks like he's going to make it out to about the 28. Yeah, 28, 29 yard lines of where they're going to spot it, which again, you know, we're still hanging around in that 30-yard.
Well, it's an improvement over 35.
It
so
is.
I'll take it.
Definitely. Okay, so we got Cantrell with McClay and Green in the backfield. One receiver left, one receiver right. There's the handoff to McClay. He's looking for a crease outside. We got some laundry.
Be holding Earhart submarined the lineman, and the lineman just laid on him, so I think they're going to get him for holding. Oh,
No, they're
No.
saying
Earhart
they're saying Earhart's hold.
cutting. They don't allow that anymore. I don't think you can.
As long as you don't come up, if your first move is down, it is a legal block.
Cutting, I don't know.
They got him for a chop. They got him for chopping, but that's not.
I saw it called several times last year.
Well, the key to that call is the lineman can't come up and then go down. He's got to go from his stance straight down.
That's one of those, I think he saw the after effects instead of what actually happened and threw the flag.
That's all right. That brings Snowflake down 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. So far, that's been their best offensive play of the half. McClay up the middle. No, Green up the middle. It's about to the 43. So let's see. So we got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Green in the backfield with Cantrell. Cantrell gets a snap. He's looking. No, he was looking for Green. Green went to the wrong side and ended up keeping it. Brings it out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So you got 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for Snowflake. So loosely, it looks like Snowflake is going to set up 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left with Green and Cantrell in shotgun. Kind of an I formation, a single back there. There's a snap. Cantrell's looking for the quick pass, and it's not there. Rowdy Rivera breaking that up very effectively. We're going to be 4th and 5. Let's see what Snowflake does. Are they going to punt or are they going to go for it? They're at midfield. I don't think they want to try it and give Round Valley the ball there. Looks like they are going to come out and punt. However, I would not discount a little misdirection, maybe a fake. So we'll see what they do here. Stewart back to punt. Or Crockett back to punt. No! Little bit of a flare pass out to 84. Rivera was in coverage. The back judge from way in the back throws the flag, and looks like we're going to have pass interference.
Yeah, Rivera was riding him like a horse when that ball was caught right there. I mean.
Yeah, So pass interference will bring Snowflake across the 50 to the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 on the fake punt. Pass interference was not the call we needed there, but it happens. So now we got Crockett and Green. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Man goes in motion. They're back in wishbone. There's the handoff to the motion man, and he's picked up and buried about a yard ahead of the line of scrimmage. That was 7 with the run. Camden Brimhall with the carry. Morgan Arona reading that and stepping up and making the stop. So we got Gannon Earhart checking in now at the nose. Cutter Williams coming out. Williams complaining that they're grabbing his face mask in there. Well, you know, between the tackles, all fair's in love and war. Cantrell back in shotgun. He's going to keep it, throw across the middle. And he's...
Way to haul it in.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play to Ryson Stewart, who now brings it down to the 15-yard line or the 16. So now they're at Round Valley's, oh, they spotted at the 17. Okay, they spotted the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Snowflake threatening now. Cantrell's deep. He's got Brimhall and McClay back there with him. One right, one tight to the left. He gives it to Brimhall. Brimhall's got nowhere to go and loses about 3 yards. Let's see where they mark progress. Well, they're going to mark progress at the 13-yard line. No, the 18-yard line. So now it's 2nd and 12.
I like this Snowflake team trying to get some life back and not laying down.
There's a pitch to Green. He's looking. He's got a missed tackle out there by Wiltbank and Rivera, and Green will walk right into the end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is not over.
Getting it back to within a 2-score game.
Wiltbank and Rivera were out there, just could not come up with the tackle, and Green walks into the end zone untouched. So now we got Crockett back to kick. The ball is up, and it's good. So now Snowflake 21, Round Valley 34 with 1:41 left in the third quarter. Let's see if Round Valley has an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is very far from over. Very far from over. So take a second to freshen up your drinks.
Indeed.
Get some popcorn, settle in front of the TV, because this thing is far from over.
I mean, they scored, but look how much of the clock is already gone. Third quarter is basically over.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, so, you know, when you're too much of a couch potato, you know how your back gets stiff and tight?
I do, yeah.
You know, White Mountain Chiropractic, they can help you out with that.
Winslow McNeil?
Winslow McNeil and White Mountain Chiropractic can give you the adjustment you need to loosen you back up and get you ready for your day.
Oh, save me from my couch, Winslow.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to White Mountain Off-Road. They are closing for winter this weekend, November 1st. They will be closing November 1st, and they are hoping to be back open March 1st, 2021. So if you want to rent an ATV, this is your absolute last weekend to get that done.
So start making your reservations for next year.
Okay, so Crockett is back to kick from the near side hash. There's the onside kick, and it's not going to go 10 yards. That is a procedure penalty. It has to travel. Round Valley can elect to take it at the spot, and I believe they're going to take it at the 40.
Did it go anywhere?
It did not. It went about 5 yards. It bounced and then rolled back.
Oh.
That looks like some of my golf shots. I've had a couple of golf shots do that exact same thing, go backwards on me. My sister can testify to that.
So why are they
waving the flag off?
Why are they waving that off?
I guess it's not illegal because nobody ever touched it until they did. So.
Well, the ball's got to travel 10 yards.
Well, only for it to be illegal for them to be able to recover it legally.
Porqué? What?
So the question is was it a procedure call that the ball didn't go 10 yards? The discussion is no, it's not a procedure call because it has to go 10 yards before Snowflake is eligible to recover it. It didn't go 10 yards. They killed it at their own 40, so it's Round Valley's ball, 1st and 10 at Snowflake's 40-yard line. I'm sure that's not what Coach Solomon had in mind.
Well, I mean, at this point, you got to try for the onside.
All right, ball blown, ready for play. We got Hamblin and Rivera out to the right. Hamblin and Ortiz to the right. Owen Young with the keeper. He gets across the 35-yard line, running to the outside. Offensive line really doing well, opening up those holes for him. I think we're getting to the point in the evening where the Bells are going to slow the pace of the game down and try to eat up as much clock as possible while trying to score at the same time. So you got Clark coming out, Funaki checking in. So now we got Funaki checking in at tight end, Rivera on the near side, Ortiz and Hamblin on the far side, Wiltbank back in shotgun with Owen Young. Here we go. There's the snap. Seth Wiltbank gets it. He's got a block out there, and he gets another 3 or 4 yards on that carry. Nice lead block out there. Nice lead block. Open that up for Seth to pick up another 3. So now you got 3rd and 2. Funaki checking out.
Just a heads up to all of our fans out there, the Pop Shop is going to be open after the game, and they do have hot chocolate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Round Valley does not have to snap the ball going into the 4th quarter. So they're going to let the... Hey, let's go to Steve for some stats. I got to hear some numbers.
Hey guys, this is amazing. Seth Wiltbank, 128 yards on 11 carries, 11.6 yards per carry. 11.6 yards per carry. The big one, the 68-yard TD run. But huge ball game for Seth Wiltbank tonight.
Wow, that is huge.
191 yards passing as well by Owen Young.
So as the officials flip the field, the 4th quarter is brought to you by Molly Butler Lodge. Molly Butler Lodge, home of the sirloin steak and Mormon gravy, my personal favorite. Irene Tilford and company there at Molly Butler do not fail to disappoint. They will take care of you, and it is a nice place to take friends, family. If you want to show them Greer and sit down to a nice meal and look out across the valley and maybe see some deer or elk, Molly Butler, that's the place to go in Greer if you want a nice meal. All right, Owen Young's got his offense set up. He's got Rivera and Hamblin out to the right, Rivera to the left, Wiltbank back with him in shotgun. It's a keeper to Seth. He's running to the weak side, and he crosses the 30, maybe down to the 31. They're probably going to spot it at the 30, and that is enough for the first down. All he had to do is get across the 30, and he did that down to the 29, not the 31. I'm going the wrong way. Rivera's checking out. Funaki's checking in.
Dan Muth going the wrong way. Don't believe it.
Yeah, wrong way, Muth. All right, so we got Hamlin and Ortiz split out wide on the far side with Funaki on the near side. We got Clark at Bear. Young gets it. He brings it down. He finds a hole in the middle and takes it across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Nice hole in the middle there. Cutter Williams and Pancake Cisco opening that up for him.
This is the way to score in the 4th quarter, is run the ball, chew up clock, and keep it moving down the field. Oh,
yeah, well, that's the game plan. I mean, any coach will tell you that. Now's when you want to maximize your time of possession. You really want to just suck every second out of that clock you possibly can. So Ortiz and Hamlin out on the far side, Rivera on the near side. Wiltbank back with Young. Young's looking to the far side. He finds a crease. He's got a block. He's got all kinds of action out there. Laundry coming all over the place as he's drugged down by number 11 for Snowflake, Chase Irvine. Looks like we've got some holding against Round Valley. Looks like they're going to give that holding call to Riley Hamlin. I didn't see it, but they're on the field and I'm not, so that's going to back them up to the 31-yard line, 2nd and 13, or 2nd and 12. Running clock. So now Funaki's checking in. We'll see who comes out. I think Rivera came out. Okay, Round Valley's got to get set and get this play going. Hamlin and Ortiz to the left. Funaki split out wide right. Wiltbank set up next to Young in shotgun. Wiltbank with the keeper. He's looking for a hole, not really finding it. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 29-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
So, do you keep it on the ground? Hope, obviously, for the first down, but if you don't get it, content to kick the field goal, or do you put it in the air here?
Conventional wisdom says go to the air, but I don't. Every time I predict anything, if I say go to the air, they'll keep it and run. So We'll see.
Our man Steven Pena says play action. That's the move.
Yeah, a run-pass option play here is probably the best bet. You got Hamlin and Ortiz split out to the far side. Rivera on the near side. Looks like Round Valley's going to take a timeout and discuss it. Again, Snowflake not going into cover 2 or cover 3. They're sticking with that man, and I don't understand that. But
yeah, that man zero is a dangerous defense if you don't have the guys that can play that lockdown defense, because there's nobody in the middle of the field. I wonder if they'll run that same kind of deception play action like we did in that early touchdown, where it looked like he was going to run the option, and then he pulls up and throws it deep. I would run that right here.
I would. I'd try it again. Make him stop it.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't put it past Coach Baca to see something, tell those guys to call timeout, and then say, hey, look, there's a weakness here. We need to exploit that.
Okay.
So we'll see what our conversation yields here. We'll see if we're as good as we think we are.
Yeah, because Coach Bach has called one of the best offensive games I've seen him call in 8-9 years. I mean, he has them off balance. They are guessing what we're going to do offensively tonight.
Okay, Ortiz and Hamlin split to the near side. Rivera out to the wide side. Wiltbank is back with Owen. Owen Young's back to pass. He's airing it out. He's looking deep for Ortiz. And that play is busted up. He had it in his hands and just could not gain control of it. Snowflake defender doing a good job pulling that ball out before he could come down and gain control.
11?
Was that who did? Who was in coverage? Chase Everin. So now it looks like Round Valley's going to come out and try to punt. Or not punt, I'm sorry, kick a field goal from the, this will be a 46-yard field attempt for Kevin Flores. Let's see. Ball's down, it's placed, the ball is up. And the kick has got distance, and it's good.
No!
A 46-yarder for Kevin Ortiz.
Mr. Pena, behave yourself.
Holy cow.
I forgot I was on the air right there, guys. I thought I had it off.
A 46-yard field goal by Kevin Ortiz. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you do with that? Kevin Flores. I said Ortiz, sorry. Kevin Flores. Not trying to give you any shade, buddy. Just got confused. But anyway, 46-yard field goal in high school football is a rarity. And we have been lucky for the last, 4 years to have kickers able to do that. And, of course, Mr. Flores is a dual varsity letterman in the fall playing soccer and football. So he just had a soccer game against, Sholo? Thursday night? Wednesday night. There you go, Wednesday night. All right, so now Flores has got the kicking team set, and he's back to kick from just shy of midfield. There's a knuckleball line drive. It hits at the 10, and it's going to go into the end zone. He finally gets one into the end zone, so that's going to bring Snowflake out to their own 20, 1st and 10. 9:09 left on the clock. Round Valley 37, Snowflake 21. Our Lazy J Wildlife Ranch, if you thought they were a zoo, you'd be wrong. They raise animals to be turned back into the wild. They call themselves a ranch because ranching, farming, agriculture are how human beings have connected themselves to the land as stewards on the earth, while traditional agriculture refers to the production of food and fiber. Trayson Merrill with the stop on Green. Big stop there, gain of 2, so we got 2nd and 8. Cantrell hobbling just a little bit. So Cantrell and Green are back in shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Round Valley bringing the pass pressure. Cantrell's looking deep and overthrows McClay downfield. McClay really seems to be their go-to guy. First he was basically their entire running game the first half, and now he seems to be the go-to receiver on all things in the air.
Yes, right now this is not Snowflake's comfort zone. They don't want to spread it out 4 wide. They're not set up to do this, and they have to at this point. They can't afford a 6-minute scoring drive. They've got to score quick and often.
No, because this is a 3-score ball game right now.
Yep.
Cantrell back in shotgun. He's looking downfield. He's trying to air it out. He's under pressure. Trayson Merrill getting up to him. He's looking. No, pass play is broken up by Ortiz and Wiltbank. The intended receiver was Noah Baum, and it was just not there. Ortiz and Wiltbank were there in pass coverage. So now
Seth has had a big night.
Round Valley's
Seth has had a huge night tonight.
That's a great point, Steven. Let's take it to chat. Who do you guys want to see interviewed after the game? Start putting your votes in now.
So here comes the punt. Crockett to punt. He punts it away from traffic.
Ooh, that is a heck of a Snowflake roll.
It gets a Snowflake bounce and goes all the way down to the Round Valley 27-yard line, which gives Round Valley the ball 1st and 10 on their own 27 with 8:16 left on the clock. Score is 37-21 here in the 4th quarter. So Ranstrom Wiltbank CPA, part of your 4th quarter sponsors tonight. If you have accounting needs, talk to Ranstrom and Wiltbank. Tax accounting services, wealth management, and leadership development.
Hey, I'm glad Whitney's down there doing it because I don't want to be an accountant. Do you?
No, are you kidding? I mean,
of course, I wouldn't want to be a land surveyor either, but.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Here, I'm going to give you that. You can do that. I'm not promoting myself.
I know a really good one. His name's Dan Muth, professional land surveyor. Dan's the man.
Okay, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Owen brings it down. He's got a crease on the outside. He crosses the 30. He's brought down at the 36. Try to get that play off. So, Round Valley still moving the ball effectively. It's going to be 2nd and 2. So now we've got it 2nd and 2 at our own 36. Funaki checking in. Funaki and Clark. So we got Funaki out by himself. We got Ortiz and Hamlin. Clark and Wiltbank in the backfield. Owen Young hands it to Seth. Seth's got a block in Kyron Clark. He crosses 45. He's out to 50. McClay's the man to beat. He's brought down. He's thrown out of bounds. He's thrown out of bounds by Ryson Stewart. Ryson Stewart and McClay were the only 2 out there that could bring Seth Wiltbank out. Mason McClay trailing behind, and it was Stewart that saved the touchdown on that.
And with that rush, Seth Wiltbank just crossed the 200-yard mark.
200 yards rushing tonight against Snowflake. If you're watching game film on Round Valley or Snowflake, what are you going to take away from this game?
Round Valley is multifaceted. Round Valley has things going on. You can't focus on one half of their game. They're very, very dominant.
Seth Wiltbank breaks it across the 15. He's brought down at about the 12, finding another crease on the outside. The tight ends and tackles are really working Snowflake's defense over tonight as they keep finding those creases on the outside. We're starting to see some tired on the Snowflake defense. A lot of hands on the hips, heads hanging down, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell there's 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. I don't think Snowflake was expecting this kind of ball game. We've got Owen Young in shotgun. He's got Wiltbank next to him. Everybody's in tight. Wiltbank finding some. Wiltbank looking in the middle and finding nothing. their big man, number 76. Let me see if I can get you a name on that. Yeah, Bardley Ruiz, wrapping him up and bringing him down. So now we got Rivera checking out. We got Hamblin checking in. Let's see what Round Valley does here with clock winding down. We're at 5:40. Round Valley obviously going to take their time. They want to eat as much of this clock as they possibly can. You're going to see them take the full 25 to snap the ball. Young with the keeper. He's looking outside. He just picked up a nice block. He's going to get down to about the 11. So that's going to be a gain of probably 3 or 4. That's going to be 4th down. Probably not a bad idea to go for it and just have Snowflake start deep in their own territory here. Or maybe come out with another field goal attempt. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. We're going to see if we can hit 40 because they don't want to give Snowflake any cushion. So now we got Round Valley coming out with a field goal attempt. Ruiz back to kick, Hamlin to hold, Cisco to snap. Here's the snap. There's the hold. The ball is no good. I couldn't tell if that was tipped or not, but it just went straight into the dirt right behind the line of scrimmage, or the turf, I mean. Yeah. So that is no good. But again, not a bad play because now that brings Snowflake out to their own 20 with 4:35 left in the ball game. If Round Valley can get a big defensive stop here, that should do it.
Well, yeah, it's already a steep hill to climb for these Lobos.
Well, it's a 3-score ball game, so they can't.
With 4:35 left to play,
yeah.
And scores have not been coming that easy.
Okay, 3 tight to the right, 1 split out left. Cantrell pitches out to Green. Green's got some blockers. He gets out maybe 5-6 yards. Round Valley was kind of set up for pass to prevent the pass, and kind of got fooled on a little bit of ground play there, but still not a huge gain, 7 or 8 yards on that. Cantrell back, McClay going in motion. He's got Green blocking for him. There's a little flare out to McClay. McClay crosses the 30. That'll be a 1st down. Spotted at about the 32-yard line. That will stop the clock with 3:57. Snowflake definitely on the move. Round Valley kind of in a prevent defense here. Now we got Merrill at nose. Mackay at defensive end. There's the pass. McClay's got it. Let's see if they can catch him. It's a foot race. Riley Hamblin is going to. Nope. He scores. Riley Hamblin could not bring him down. Snowflake scores on that possession.
And unfortunately, that's a blown coverage as Riley was trying to get across. He recognized the formation a little too late and was still mid-jog over to get in position when they snapped the ball, and he just couldn't ever get caught back up.
Yeah, still a 10-point ball game. Let's see what Snowflake decides to do. Are they going to go for 2 or are they going to kick? Looks like they're going to go for 2.
I mean, after a huge play like that, your team's feeling the momentum. This is probably the time to go for 2 if I was a coach.
You know, again, this ball game is not over. It is not over, ladies and gentlemen. If you remember 2 weeks ago, it was a battle like this between Blue Ridge and Snowflake. There it is. So they make the 2-point conversion. Cantrell to Rev Brimhall. So now we've got a 37-29 ball game. So now it's an 8-point ball game. Let's see what Round Valley does on offense.
Oh.
I don't think it takes a. Are we gonna place wagers on whether or not Snowflake comes out and kicks the onside?
I would have my hands team out there.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I I mean, they've already shown a willingness to try.
Yes, sir. Well, if you're Snowflake, you almost have to. You almost have to. Because you don't want to pin Round Valley deep and let them have the ball deep with 3:46, because one first down and it's over.
Yeah, you know, and the way they've been running the ball.
Yeah, so look for the onside kick. Snowflake setting up on the far side hash. Looks like Round Valley's got their receiving team in. Looks like their hands team. There's the onside kick. It goes to Clark, who kneels it at the 48.
Well, they nailed the 10-yard part of that.
They did, and kudos to Clark for just falling on it and not trying to be a hero and putting himself in a potential turnover situation.
Nope.
So now Round Valley's going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 47. I'm sorry, 47.
And I'm going to apologize now for leaving the ad roll on. I was talking to somebody, and that is 100% my fault. So I will take the blame for that. Well, the ball was kicked right at number 3. I'm blanking.
Okay, we got Rivera out
Tyron
single.
Clark.
We got Rivera out single to the right. Hamblin and Ortiz out to the left. Wiltbank back with Young. Young takes a snap. He finds a crease on the outside and crosses the 50. Battles it down to the Snowflake 46. No, he crossed the 45-yard line. He's down to 42, 43. So he is on the Snowflake side of the 43-yard line.
I mean, that ball's clearly on the other side of the first down marker.
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay,
first down.
now they're
He's-
signaling for first down.
Yeah, they're trying to move the chains, but for some reason the chain crew's not paying attention. They're too busy talking to somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, I was confused.
I was watching. They never signaled the first down until the side judge looked down and realized where he was. They're like, oh, first down.
Okay, we got 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Young and Wiltbank in the backfield with Clark. There's Seth. Seth makes a move. He gets out to the 40 where he is stopped by, is that 84? Yeah, 84 for Snowflake. That is Rev Brimhall.
We're just going to let that clock tick, tick, tick down in this Molly Butler fourth quarter.
Funaki checking out, Rivera checking back in. Round Valley just needs to be careful and maintain possession of the ball. Do not want to give it up here. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Rivera and Hamblin out to the right, Rivera out to the left. We got Wiltbank back with Young, and Round Valley's going to call timeout with 2:27 left in the 4th quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have us a ball game. Do not take anything for granted. Pound those emojis. Show your Elks some love. Get your Elks up. Sing the fight song. Give these guys some good mojo, because I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we still have 2:27 left in this ball game, and it could go any which way.
A lot can happen in 2 minutes and 27 seconds.
What kind of comments are coming through? Are we getting yelled at for leaving the ads up? And
Only one, but I had already confessed to my sins, so I feel like, I had that covered. I apologized. Otherwise, everyone's just excited. Comments have been on point tonight.
I'll have to go back and roll tape on that and see. All right, so we got Rivera split out wide to the right. Rivera and Ortiz out to the left. Wiltbank back with Young in shotgun. We got Clark in the slot. Young's going to keep it. He's looking for a hole, and he finds it. And he rumbles down to about the 37-yard line. Snowflake's going to take time out to stop the clock. Right now, Snowflake's got 2 timeouts left. Round Valley's got 1. So basically, Snowflake's going to have 2 more opportunities to stop the clock, but they've really got to stop. They've really got to stop the rushing, because right now Round Valley's got 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. And if they keep picking, if they pick up another first down, I don't think, short of a miracle, Snowflake's going to have a hard time doing anything with that. Of course, this is football and anything could happen. 219 is a lifetime in a football game. So, okay, Round Valley set up with three receivers on the right, 1 split out way to the left. Wiltbank next to Young. Wiltbank gets it. He turns to the outside. He beats Green. He crosses the 30-yard line. He gets a big first down at the Snowflake 26 or 27-yard line.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. Ow, we have a hurt Lobo on the sidelines.
Yeah, number 11 is Chase Everine is down. He's laying down. We don't know what's going on. Where'd the flag come in, Steven? Okay, so right at the point of attack on the tackle is where the flag came in. Let's see what it is. I can't imagine what that flag would be, but I'm sure that Mr. Copeland will tell us.
Any chance we had helmet to helmet and it didn't end well for the defender? I didn't see it. I'm purely speculating, so don't.
It very well could be a targeting. I'm not sure. I saw the tackle, but there was too many people. Do we have anything on the replay?
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, see, and from this,
it was kind of a mob down there. So
yeah, from up here, it's really hard to tell. Doc Hamblin now out there taking a look at the injured player. There's a collective silence here as we try to find out what's going on with the injured player.
So Curtis Elmer in chat is saying he thinks it's going to be a holding call because of the pancake block in the backfield.
But the flag was thrown over at the tackle.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't. That holding call generally won't get called because it had no impact on the play.
Oh, that's a good point. Shane Walker says sideline warning, perhaps.
From Snowflake, probably, because there was a lot going on right there. There was a lot going on. We'll see. I don't want to speculate. We'll find out what it is. But right now, we hate to see players get hurt, but this is a physical game.
Hate it when they're down that long.
Yeah, if you guys want to just silently give some love out to that player's family, please do so. Chase Irvin, linebacker from Snowflake, senior, number 11, still down on the field, being evaluated by Doc Hamlin.
He's moving. He's moving his legs. They're checking for back injury.
Yeah. So we'll see. I really want to see this young man stand up and walk to the sideline. I really want to see that right now.
Yeah.
Don't want to see the backboard come out. You don't want to see the cart come out. You know, he's getting up. He's moving.
Okay, they're getting him up. There's the applause. Just shaking up on the play, but it looks like the young man's going to be all right. That's a relief. Doc Hamlin coming off the field. The players putting their helmets back on, getting ready for play. Let's find out what the penalty is. Or did they pick it up?
Look that over. Let me know what you think.
I'm not sure what they did.
Now we've got timeout Snowflake, stopping the clock with 2:11.
Doc Walker must have been right because they're lining up at the point of the tackle, so it must have been a sideline warning.
Must have been. Thanks, Doc Walker. Of course, you know he used to officiate that position, so he would know.
Yep. Is he no longer throwing flags?
You know, I don't know.
Shane, if you're watching, let us know if you're still officiating or if you're just still doing basketball. What's up?
Okay, so Round Valley's got 1st and 10 on the Snowflake 27-yard line. Finaki's going to be split out wide to the right with Hamblin and Rivera split out to the left. Wiltbank back there with Young with what looks like Clark in a bear. So Young gives it to Wiltbank. Wiltbank stumbles, but he does get down to the 25. We'll see where they spot it. Snowflake quick to call timeout, and that will be their last. So Snowflake calls their last timeout with 2:06. Round Valley Seth trips under the grass monster, I guess, and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Point of order, that'd be a turf monster.
Turf monster, sorry. Turf monster.
Maybe it was that wicked cross breeze we've got down there.
Very well could be. Well, you know, there is a definite slope in here, so he's running downhill.
Do you see what Shane's given us here?
No.
First call he's got right in 10 years.
I can second that.
Oh, come on now, guys. Don't be picking on the officials.
Just kidding, Shane. We love you.
What else are they there for?
Oh, man. Hey, notice, I want everybody out there on the internet to understand I said nothing tonight. I've been a good boy.
Are we good here?
Yeah. All right, so we got Owen Young set up. He's got he receives it. He gives it to Seth. Seth does not break a tackle and is brought down at the 30-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 13. I look for Round Valley to try one more play and then possibly a field goal just to make it completely out of reach. We'll see.
Play action right here.
Well, let's see.
Finish it off right here. Let's run a little play action.
Snowflake's defensive line getting a little antsy. They want this game to play.
Yeah. The risk with that play action call would be if incomplete pass stops the clock. We did it anyway. We
got timeout Round Valley.
Yeah, we got him. This has to be the right call right here.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you got 1:19 left on the clock. Kind of a critical 3rd down right here. You want to make the right play call. As long as you don't lose yardage, you stand a good chance of a field goal. If you gain yardage, you got a good chance of getting the 1st down. So, you know, not a bad idea to get together and talk about it and see what they can come up with.
You can do that short passing game, you know, that run pass option that we've done.
Well, you know Snowflake's going to bring the house. They're blitzing and with everything they got. So
if you play action, a little timing route over the top, you know, a lot of options here. I'm glad I'm not Coach Baca, because this is a tough spot right here.
Okay, so we're going to go with a heavy set to the right. Owen back in shotgun. Seth Wilbank back there with him. He's looking to the outside. He clears one tackle. He's got another tackle. He's trying to clear another one. He fights back to the original line of scrimmage. But that's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and 10.
I like it. Take all those seconds off the clock you can.
I say you take I would take the delay of game here, and then I would do a little pooch punt down to the goal line right here is what I would do.
Changing it up just a little bit less than a minute to play here in the Dome, Elks fans. 43 seconds.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Okay, Hamblin and Ortiz split out to the left, and we got delay of game. So that'll back up Round Valley 5. So it looks like Round Valley's not going into punt formation. They're going to stay Hamblin and Rivera out to the right. Wiltbank back with Owen. There's a pitch, and Seth brings it out to the 30 where he's tackled. Clock stops with 23 seconds.
All right.
Snowflake will be on their 30. They're just ahead of their own 30-yard line. There's an 8-point deficit. Round Valley's defense definitely cannot give up a score here. They've got to tighten their belts.
Going to go with the prevents. Going to have 2 safeties deep.
Yeah.
Oh, might even go with 3 safeties deep.
Rivera, Wiltbank, and Hamblin in a 3-safety set. Everybody else is set up in man. We are expecting a Hail Mary here. Let's see what we can get in a pass rush. There it is.
Whistle dead. What do we got here? False start? Encroachment?
Was it whistle dead?
Yes. False start.
Well, it's a procedure call. I'm wondering if they didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
I think that's what I was thinking, because as soon as they snapped it after that guy went in motion.
Yeah. So you got 21 seconds left. Snowflake definitely coming out in a pass. Round Valley set up in a prevent defense at midfield. So they're backing everybody up. Coach Bell is telling his safeties to back way up, get way back. They're expecting McClay. There it is. He's under pass pressure. He's brought down. The pass is broken up.
Oh, I don't agree with that call.
And here comes the back judge with a pass interference with 18 seconds left. So that will bring Snowflake down to the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll have time for one more play. The back judge trying to get his name in the paper tonight. Didn't want anybody to realize he wasn't there.
Danny about made it the whole game. 18 seconds, couldn't hold off.
So here we go. Snowflake, McClay's going in motion. Morgan's following him. There's the play action. There's the pass. No, incomplete. Back judge redeemed himself. Incomplete. All right, so I'm back to being politically neutral.
Oh, I couldn't see it in our replay.
13 seconds
It might have
left.
bounced.
Snowflake's got time for one, maybe 2 more shots at it. And every time they do, more and more pass rush comes. Cantrell's going to run out of time here in a second. So we got 2 right, 2 left, and Green back there with Cantrell. Everybody checking their position. Elks still in the prevent.
That last play, they're trying to set up the hook and ladder.
Green behind the line of scrimmage for a 5-yard loss. And the clock's running. That's it. 3, 2, 1. That's ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, Round Valley has just beaten Snowflake 37-29. I'm going to say it again. The Beast in the East is back in the house.
Well done, Elks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, that was as good a football game as you'll ever see. I cannot believe. If you ever wanted a football game to end in spectacular fashion, that's the way you want it. And I tell you what, right now we're watching Seth being interviewed down at the 30-yard line. Snowflake huddled up at about the 35 on their sideline. Coaches talking to their players. Round Valley now getting ready to sing the fight song to their fans while we're waiting on West to go to the field. There's the fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, Round Valley still undefeated in the 3A East. So we've got next week is Blue Ridge. Holy moly. I don't know what to say. Speechless. Round Valley stepped up and played the game they needed to play tonight. Hats off to the players and the coaching staff.
It was a little scary when they went 75 yards on that opening play.
I'm headed down onto the field for some post interviews. We're going to go find Ryan. Guys, we got some post-game action brought to you by White Mountain Ponderosa Realty. We'll be on the field in just a few minutes.
You were saying, Stephen?
When Snowflake went 75 yards to open the game, that was a little bit scary. But then we answered back, 80-yard drive, and turned the momentum and kind of established who we were a little bit,
Absolutely. Snowflake faithful are just absolutely stunned. They look like they're as shocked as the Sholo fans were. I don't think anybody from Snowflake expected this.
Oh, no. They expected to walk the dog. I'm sorry if you're from Snowflake and you're listening, but, I've been listening on Twitter. I had a guy mouth off to me as soon as we moved up to 3A that we didn't belong there, and they didn't respect us. And, we just showed them we do.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about right now up there, but I'm at the locker room, and it is nuts. It is loud. It is room right now.
I believe it, Wes. I believe it.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less.
They're coming unglued in the locker room right now, guys. We'll have some post-game wrap-up with the boys upstairs, and as soon as I can get some of the Elks, we'll have a few interviews going, all right?
Sounds good, buddy.
Sounds great. Looks like Coach Bell may be looking for him. Hey, Seth is coming in. I don't know if he can hear us down there, but Seth is coming in.
So if my math is correct, that's 474 yards of total offense for the Elks tonight.
Yeah.
That's a lot of yards, Tony.
Yeah.
Especially against the defense that wasn't supposed to give up that much.
Yeah. We came out and manhandled their front line. They stuffed us on the first play of the game, and I'm like, oh, they went 75, they stuffed us. And then after that, we controlled the offensive line of scrimmage.
Well, I think, that first play, you could probably chalk that up to just jitters, little nervousness, guys being a little tight, but hats off for battling back.
Yeah.
And not giving up. There's what am I trying to say? There's a mindset that you can roll over and be defeated very easily. It takes a fighter to come back and say, okay, you got me on that one, but now let's see how you do.
Yeah.
These guys are definitely developing that mindset. The culture isn't to give up. The culture is to see, if you beat us, if you're gonna beat Round Valley, you got to earn it. The culture is not where we're just gonna roll over and give it to you because you scored on us. And hats off to those boys for establishing that.
Yeah, it was a great ball game. A lot of heart on our boys' part, bouncing back and saying, hey,
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not going to take this, you know.
Well, we definitely put Snowflake on their heels and got them out of their comfort zone. I don't think they expected this. They knew it was going to be a football game, but I don't think they expected to get hit in the mouth like this.
No.
And
It's a physical game both ways, though. I saw some shots tonight against our guys that I haven't seen many times this season. Seth and Owen both got lit up a couple of times pretty good. It was a physical 3A East game you expect.
So here's what I want to know. Who in the world did you pay off? You called a 34-30 ball game, and it actually turned out to be 37-29. So what are you setting the point spread for Vegas? What's going on here, Pena?
You know, hey, I have a little advantage. I talk to the players during the week in my classroom. I kind of get a feel for the game and what they expect. They don't tell me much. They will tell me a few things that they see on film, and they did say this week that Snowflake was a very respectable opponent. They didn't have any weaknesses. You could tell there's healthy respect, but you're not going to stop our offense. We are too multifaceted. We're going to put points up. And as athletic as Snowflake was, unless they just didn't come in here mentally prepared, I expected them to hang.
Well, there you go, folks. You heard it from Jimmy the Greek Pena.
I like it.
There's like 5% of our listening audience that know who you're talking about,
That's all right. The ones who do know what I'm talking about are good quality people. And those who aren't need to educate themselves.
There have been people saying that we don't have a quality coaching staff. This was an example of a well-coached football team.
Absolutely.
These guys know how to coach football.
Well, we're always our teams, for whatever reason, seem to be discounted by most of the outlets, by most media, by most predictors. We don't have numbers, we don't have size, and somehow the Bells know how to use those boys to their strengths and get it done. And hats off to those guys, Coach Baca, Coach Bell, Coach Merrill, the other Coach Bell, Coach Howard, Coach Haas. Those guys know how to use their resources and play to those resources' strengths very well.
Yeah, and they do. Last year we were run dominant with a little bit of pass, opportunistic pass.
Right.
Coach Baca, he knew what Owen Young's strengths were. He designed an offense this year based on Owen's strength as a passer. He told him at the end of last year we need you to be mobile. So we need to get here in shape next fall, ready to be move and run. Young put in the time and came back much more prepared for that type of ball game.
Do you guys need moral support? Do you need something? Hey, guys, I've got a couple down here. Let me know when you're ready. I've got a thumbs up. I apologize. All right, guys, I'm here live while we wait for the Round Valley Elks with 3 state champion football players right here. I'm joined by Sergio Canunez. I'm joined by the King, Mr. Mark Irigoyen. Where's Raphael? Does he come to the game? Because, is he in the hoodie is my question. And Danielson Wilkins. So, guys, being here on the sidelines, there's got to be a difference, though, right? I mean, you just went out. What's going on?
Uh-oh.
All right, we're going to keep it going. They'll change the video for us. But, guys, tell us what was going through your mind as they were playing the game. Were you feeling the hype as much as I was? Like, this is probably top 3 game that I've ever got to be part of right now from an athlete perspective. So walk me through what you guys are feeling. It was real good. You guys played real good. No do with my hands. Come on, Smart.
It was electric down there, watching my former teammates make plays. Looks like a completely different offense. It's just amazing. Coaches did a good job, figuring out new positions. It was just amazing down there.
So, Sergio, for you, I specifically want to ask about the kick. Watching Kevin being so young in the game, what do you have to say for him, to him, about how he played tonight? What do you got?
Well, I've just been talking to him on the sideline, trying to get him to not. He's all nervous.
Yeah.
he just needs to not be nervous and just go out and do his thing. He knows what he's doing. He just needs to be focused. Big thing.
Well, and as a sophomore, you've got to be nervous, right? Underclassmen kicking it big that way, it's going to take a little bit there. And so, Nielsen, how about you? How was it tonight for you? What are you feeling?
It was pretty cool to watch. I think the biggest thing was it was nice to see everyone come together finally and play together. It looked like a family out there. They were all not just doing it for themselves. They were doing it as a team, and it just really amped everything up, and it was a pretty fun game to be a part of.
So where do the Elks go from here? I know you guys had some really big wins in your season last year. How do you not get a big head about tonight's victory? How do you silo the victory tonight and go into practice on Monday knowing that now it's Coronado, now it's Blue Ridge, and then the playoffs coming? So how did you guys channel that and keep each week isolated?
Every day in practice. You can't get ahead of yourself if you're winning 50-0. Every play, every down, gotta go for it. Yeah. The coaches will definitely make sure that they only think of like one, I don't know, game per week. They only, it's not lost of words, dude.
Nielsen, save him. Save him.
It's a big win. You get to go enjoy it over the weekend, but come Monday, you always do. It's time to get back to work and prove that you got to prove that you're the best. You haven't proved nothing yet until you win every game. So it's just about going back and getting back to work and starting back to fresh.
1 week at a time. It's 1 week at a time getting it done that way, right? So the Elks coming into homecoming weekend and then Blue Ridge, and then we see what the playoffs brings us. But is there any advice that you want to give the Elks going into the rear end of their regular season, heading into the playoffs? What do you tell everybody that's in the locker room just going nuts right now?
Don't get cocky. Just think about next week and focus on that. Do your job. Just play your game. Stay humble. Don't get ahead of yourself. And just, like Sid just said, focus on the next game.
Kind of like they said, don't get cocky, but keep that same energy moving forward. Don't let anyone get you down. Like, you guys know you're good, so keep it up.
1 day at a time, one practice at a time. Gentlemen, state champions right here. We'll take it back up top for a few minutes. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
What a big win. What a fun time. Those locker rooms like that have to be awesome. Just people going crazy, excited about what's going on. What a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was just sweet. I just can't say enough.
That is definitely a very good feeling win.
Oh, yes.
A tough opponent, probably one of the toughest ones in our
conference. The Arizona Republic had them ranked #1 coming into tonight.
I believe it. I mean, they played like it, but just not enough. Home field advantage, had a lot of things going in our favor, and great play calling, great coaching.
Yeah. The blocked punt early
and
that converting, then scoring 3 plays later. Just huge plays.
Okay, so this game came down to mental toughness. All right. Snowflake checked all the boxes. Yep. They had size, they had speed, they had strength, they had numbers. They checked all the boxes. I mean, we were basically underdogs at every level. Looks like Wes is getting ready to come back to us. Oh, maybe not.
He's talking to Judge Latham, it looks like, relaying a message.
Oh, it looks like we're probably trying to get us another battery for our camera that was down there that died. That's why we went black for a little bit there.
Oh, they're looking for another camera. Okay, so anyway, the issue, getting back to what I was saying, Snowflake checked all the boxes, okay?
Gonna get Coach Brian Bell, looks like. Brian's saying, let me run the camera and interview Ryan or something,
All right, guys, give me the thumbs up, Mr. Muth. All right, we're here. We're here with the man of many words, most of which he can't say. He's going to say them anyway. So here with Brian Bell, takes care of the special teams for the Round Valley Elks. Special teams a huge factor in tonight's contest. How do you guys take it? Kevin Flores is a sophomore, something you want to hear about? The onside, things like that. Talk to us about your guys' strategy from the special teams perspective.
Strategy is we got to win. We got to win all three phases, and that's one of them. So first half was kind of rough with our special teams, kicking-wise. Flores is young, like you said. Struggled a little bit. Talked in the halftime. Came out, he hit one just to warm up. Then hit that 46-yarder. They had to score 2 times. They didn't get the 2 points both times. So that was huge. Put the pressure on them. So there was no way we could really lose if they scored twice. I mean, worst scenario would be tied. So when it counted, he was there. He hurt his leg a little bit, his groin. So we'll see if we can get him ready.
Have you seen him struggling a little bit in on the turf as opposed to outside? Is he more comfortable at one or the other? Or
no, I don't know what it was tonight. Might have been the big crowd, the big game. Being a soccer guy.
No, but being a sophomore and underclassman, that has to factor in. I mean, the nerves have got to be there for that kid, right?
They do. He was feeling the pressure tonight, so we'll have to work on that.
So, Coach, what was the feel opening drive? The last thing you want to see the first offensive play of the game is get 6 on the board against you, right? When they win the toss and want the ball, and it's exactly what they want, they shove it down for 6. What happened down here? What adjustments did you make? Did it just eat the momentum up? What happened? Because we didn't see everything just deflate.
Well, they got the opening or the first play they ran for a touchdown, which they just popped one. We're okay with that. I mean, what's more demoralizing is when we took it and just drove it down their throat and scored and tied the game up. So, and we're fine after that.
And then not quitting.
Yeah.
You guys put 7 on and then just kept.
Yeah, that'd be more demoralizing than just giving up one home run play. We gave a couple tonight. The one at the end would get him within 1 touchdown.
Yep.
We gave that up. Safety messed up in the defensive backfield. So
I talked to Mark Irigoyen, to Danielson, and to Sergio, who has lots of words as well, about how did they silo games week to week? How do you not let this game get to your head? What are you guys going to do from a coaching perspective that we're done with Snowflake, it's on to Coronado? What do you guys do to make that happen every week to keep the kids dialed in?
We got some tough love, I guess. So
one way to say it. Okay.
All right, let's go enjoy the win, celebrate, be smart, and then come back Monday and get ready for the next week.
New team, new scout team.
Yeah. That's just what we do.
All right, Coach, anything else for the stream?
Hey, we just want to say one thing. We got a lot of heart, and I'm not sure. Snowflake might want to look it up in the dictionary what heart is.
Oh, shoot. Guys, Coach Bell, thank you so much, Ryan. All right, give us just a sec. We'll be back to you in a second once I got some of the boys.
Coach Bell definitely throwing some shade towards Snowflake.
Shots fired.
Wow. That wasn't a shot fired. That was a torpedo hit to somebody's battleship. Oh, man.
Hit and sunk.
I think that is a direct reference to some of the trash talking that's been going on that we've been referencing this evening. It's one thing to shoot your mouth off. It's another thing to back it up, guys. I can remember a time when coaches dissuaded trash talking because if you didn't have the strength to back it up, you just made yourself look foolish. Just saying. So, Coach Bell definitely throwing some shade. All right. Guys, I don't know what else we can say to wrap this evening up. Ed, I mean, wow. I'm kind of emotionally spent. I haven't felt like this since state last year.
All right, guys, I'm back on the field now with Kevin Flores, sophomore kicker for the Round Valley Elks. What got you to go the dual sports where we're soccer and we're football? What brought you to the game?
Oh, no, I just wanted to see how it went. I just tried both, see what I could do for both teams.
And then how's it going so far?
It's going pretty great.
So have you felt the pressure? Has it been hard for you coming over to a new sport, doing a new thing? Do you feel comfortable with yourself yet? How's the season been for you?
Well, yeah, I kind of get pressured, but like I say, but it will get better.
Good. Just repetition, get the reps in, right, and things will get better. So new personal best tonight, 46 yards. Tell me how that felt.
I felt great.
Did you know it was going in?
Yeah. As soon as I hit that ball, I It was going in.
Nice. Pivotal 3 points that we needed at the time, forcing them to have to get 2 8-point touchdowns with the conversions, putting the Elks in a pretty good place. And so when they needed you, you came through really nice for them. So it was really good. So how is it different, soccer to football? Are there big differences? Do you have to adjust your kicking style and your brain, or is it pretty close?
Yeah, I just have to. It's pretty close. I just have to adjust my kicking. Going from soccer to football, it's a pretty big difference.
Okay. And do you like kicking indoor, outdoor? Do you find you struggle in one place or the other?
No, I don't find any struggle. Just the pressure gets me in. But no, inside or outside, I can do.
Right on. Well, we appreciate your time. Anything else you wanna share with us? Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Flores getting it done as a sophomore for the Round Valley Elks.
All right, Wes, thank you. I think that's going to wrap it up for the interviews. Wes is making his way, or is he looking for somebody else? You know what? Let's see if we can snag him. Hey. Ethan, I'm going to steal your headset for a second. Here, young man, put that on.
Test.
Oh, we'll put him on my headset. Mr. Hamblin.
We got Riley Hamblin here with us.
Oh, wait, you know what? Give me that. Ethan, can I have your headset? Sorry. Here, Riley, try that one. You'll talk to the cameraman with that one. All right, well, we're getting our collective stuff together. All right, we got Riley Hamblin up here. Mr. Hamblin, how was that tonight, huh?
It was a great, hard-fought win. I mean, okay. It was a great win, fourth quarter battle. Snowflake always comes to play. They're a big physical team, and, I mean, towards the end, it came down to who has the most heart.
Absolutely. So tell me something. As a player, you're getting inside at 3 minutes. It's an 8-point ball game. You got Snowflake back deep, but they are moving the ball. What, on defense, what is going through your mind?
Just got to make a play. Just got to be smart in late game situations like that, because anything little can just be a game changer in this close game.
Okay, let's flip it around. Now you're inside of 1 minute. Snowflake's on the ball. Snowflake's on offense now, trying to move the ball. Okay. You guys are way back in prevent. What is going through your mind back there?
Just once they catch the ball, just make the tackle. You'd rather have a 20-yard catch where they have to score a touchdown rather than try to gamble and go for the pick and then score a touchdown late in the game like that. So, and they're all out of timeout, so tackle them in bounds and get ready for the next play.
What was going through your mind early in the game when they go 75 yards on play one?
I had no clue what was happening. I just probably just got a lucky play, honestly.
Were you worried?
No, not really, because I knew we'd come together and calm down and get things rolling on offense and defense. And after that, once we calmed down, we got rolling and we did pretty good.
So were you surprised to see Snowflake come out in man coverage?
No, not at all. That's what Coach Baca was talking about. He said they're going to run everything offense or different from the film we've been watching. So he said don't be surprised if they come out in a man or zone. They started playing zone and we started hitting them with the RPOs, and they switched to man, and then we started beating them deep with the deep passes.
Well, their DBs had no chance. I mean, they literally could not get within 5 yards. Once you and Ortiz hit high and sprinted down the field, you guys pulled away. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
So I was shocked that Coach Solomon waited until the second half before he started dropping a safety back there. I honestly thought he would have done that from the very beginning.
Yeah, this receiving core we have is special, and we know how to get open. We know like every receiver has some type of connection with Owen, and the receiving core is the key of winning the game.
Yeah, and it wasn't even man. It was man zero. I mean, it was the middle of the field was wide open. You beat them deep.
it's touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, I was really surprised as well.
Yeah, all our receivers just have a special bond with Owen almost, as if you would.
Looks like we maybe going to try to get Seth over here as well.
Yeah, I thought you guys did an outstanding job tonight, both offensively and defensively. I was a little worried at first defensively because it just seemed like you guys were trading touchdowns. But
Yeah.
again, you know, I had long thought that if we hit them in the mouth early, put the pressure on early, that they would fold.
Yeah.
And there in about the late in the second quarter, early in the third quarter, you could kind of feel it emotionally. You could feel that swing. Did it feel like that on the field, or am I just imagining things?
It felt like that, definitely. I mean, them scoring on the first play, that was a huge thing. But once we got together and got things rolling, we were good from there.
Well, Coach Bell said earlier that, yeah, it's fine to give up the home run play. It's another statement to make when you march the ball down 80 yards and score.
Yeah.
And I think that had more of an emotional effect on them than the big play. I thought they were probably thinking they were going to ride high after that.
Yep.
And then when you guys come right back and punch them in the mouth the hard way, well, then there's nothing left in the tank. Or at least that was my perception. What's your take on that?
I think so, too. Like, just that first play, I feel like they kind of thought they had it in the bag almost, you would say. And then after we just got together and we just knew what we could do from there. That was a big momentum push for them, though, scoring on the first play.
Well, they asked for the ball. You win the toss and you want the ball, and then it was exactly what they wanted. You want to shove it down your throat. You want to just demoralize you guys right one play in. And I asked Coach Bell, you guys didn't let it happen. So what was the big thing? Why didn't you guys just completely tank? What was it that kept you guys going?
Because we knew Snowflake's a good team, and we just knew that we just got to keep playing, keep pushing, just keep fighting. We got to play with heart. We're always the undersized team, and just got to keep playing, just play through it.
Right on. Well, I don't know what else you guys talked about. I mean, even before the last play of the game, we wanted to have a conversation. So just well done. Amazing football tonight.
Good job.
Go get them.
Tonight,
Enjoy the
man.
weekend.
Thank you.
And let's get at it next week.
Yes, sir.
Right on. So we got one more for you guys right here in our post-game wrap-up, brought to you by White Mountain Ponderosa Realty. It's been a little bit of an interesting night. Here, I'll step this way. We're going to dance, Dan and I. Here, yeah, Seth, go ahead and just
Right there in the middle.
sit on down there. All right, guys, so just kind of look that way if you would. We're joined by number one on his jersey, number one in your heart, Mr. Seth Wilbank. Seth, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
So, Seth, unofficially we had you at 204 yards with about 2 minutes on the clock, and that's when I had to stop thinking about numbers and start thinking about some other things. And so what was the difference tonight? It seems like just game over game. You and I were having this conversation at flag football last week.
Yeah.
Every game, every week. What's changing? I mean, is it Wheaties? Tell me what you're eating because I want some.
I can just thank my own line. The work that they put in during the week is just tremendous, and, you know, they're making big holes for me during the game. Kyron Clark, you know, the amount of work he puts in is just tremendous, and Coach Hawes, the time that he puts in with them. So I can only thank them for my yards.
Just everybody doing their job. Like,
Yeah.
that's what just floors me. Cade Hogle willing to step away from his position to go to guard. Kyron Clark getting it done. Just everybody. I mean, we were announcing so many different numbers. Pancake with a really big night, in my opinion. I said his name a lot. And that's probably because I'm biased. I was a center, and so I got to try to give as much love to the center as I can. But just an amazing night across the board. But as we were talking, as we asked chat, your name kept coming up over and over and over again. And it just seemed things started out a little slow, but then you guys, again, just turned it up, and things took the next level. And you're giving offensive line most of that love as to why that happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, what was the play of the game in your mind? What was your favorite play or the favorite play you saw the team do? Was it an offensive play? Was it defense? What was it?
I think it was that stick and go to Jovan, just when we faked the speed option right. It was perfect. We talked about that in the locker room halftime just right before, and we just executed it perfectly.
It was beautiful. One of our notable plays for sure, right, Steven?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Great sell by both you and Owen on that play. I had no idea it was a pass until he stopped and looked up, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, it's a pass. Great job. Walk us through that play.
Like I said, we just went over it at halftime. We haven't really practiced it. We just went over it at halftime, and, we just went out there and executed it perfectly.
Nice. And it seems like your guys' mantra, as I talk to more and more of the team, is it's just game of the week, game at a time, practice at a time, even down to play at a time, right? You guys are isolating and trying to silo those emotions and those things. And we saw it tonight because you had every right to deflate one play into the ball game. And we saw you just take the ball back and, no, excuse me, we're going to go score. And that didn't quit. You didn't let your foot off the gas. You guys pumped the brakes just a little bit, kneeling on the ball going into half. But I think that's intelligent football right there. And then, again, coming right back out, second half, just boom, boom.
Well, we scored. We go down and score. We stop them. And then Ortiz blocks the punt. What was was it just crazy on the sidelines when he got that punt block?
Yeah, definitely just changed the momentum of the game and just got us going again.
Well, I talked to Coach Bell attributing a lot of tonight to special teams. I mean, we have lots of special teams all the time, but it just seems like that third leg of football tonight really chimed in. Kevin Flores with a 46-yarder when we needed it. Just he kept the game where we needed it to off it, and just you guys did a really good job on the special teams. And it seems like you've got that fairly dialed in. When we go to punt, when we go to punt return, you guys just foundationally get it done that way.
Yeah, we're always talking about how important all phases of the game are, and we work on it hard.
So if you had to give an offensive, defensive, if you wanted to give a player of the game, who would you give it to tonight? You can give it to yourself, by the way. We'd be completely fine with that. But who do you give it to?
No, I think I'd have to give it to Kyron Clark. He's just a tough player, and he's just the amount of work he puts in. If you could see, he got his ankle hurt, and he's a tough kid. He just came right back in and just getting blocks, and the plays he makes on defense, it's just tremendous.
Right, and especially the clutch play right at the end, right when it had to happen, shutting it down, game's over at that point, right? So from the first play to the last, seeing him get it done.
A lot of them, he doesn't show up in the stat book. We keep stats up here. He doesn't get a bunch of tackles, but he disrupts enough on defense to where others are there.
Yeah.
Well, it takes everybody, right? But it's causing that havoc. So he's become the offensive line of defense, right? We may not say his name all the time, but he's the reason for a lot of things happening the way that they do. So, Seth, as we wrap up, is there anything else that you want to share? The floor is yours. This is a family-friendly show for the most part until we give Dan the microphone. But is there anything that you want to say?
No, I got nothing else.
All right, guys, Seth Wilbank just with an amazing another week of football. Go rest, go enjoy the weekend, go get some Pop Shop. Whatever you got to do, go do it. And let's see it next week against Coronado.
Congratulations.
All right, congratulations, sir. Guys, so another great game here in the Dome. Just an electric feel the entire night. I honestly think this is one of the top 3 games that I've been able to be part of up here. And it's always so crazy during the live streams because we set up the live stream. We're here super early, getting it staged, and then I have to go sit over here in a whole completely different world. And Steven and I run the field. We run the actual game, and top 3 easily of games that I've been able to be a part of here in the Dome. Just such a vibe. I don't think I sat down, but when I had to, I had to sit down for a few minutes. So I don't even want to know how many times Ethan cut to the interview webcam, and I'm over here dancing around like some crazy person. And I was over here all the time, not even to talk to them, but I'm just pacing back and forth. And
it was a crazy night.
Ethan, make fun of me. What do you got? You got anything to add?
If you weren't on the stream, it was hard to tell because you're over here talking to me a lot. Which I appreciate. Don't take it the wrong way. Normally you're over there, you're sitting down, you're calm, you're reserved.
Is that where you'd prefer?
I get a text. It's like, hey, man.
Is that where you'd rather I be?
Tighten up. Instead, you're over here like, yo.
This is amazing. No, guys, but just a shout-out to the kids that were here tonight with us. We had some great people getting it done that way. Mr. Dan, the truth man, yes.
You dancing around behind us made it a lot of fun tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. I want to talk about the tip jar. Might not be the time, actually, but, that's what we do a little bit. So, no, just fun football here tonight in the Dome. Round Valley with one more home game against Coronado next week. Homecoming and senior night, double whammy kablammy. And then we go on the road to Blue Ridge, which leads us to the playoffs. I just floored. Just a great night of football. And again, I told, who was I talking? Talked to Willis Haas, came by my house, and I said, Willis, I'm not even going to tell you what I think it is because I am the worst predictor of Elks football in the world. And so I'm not even going to tell you what I think is going to happen. But this isn't what I thought was going to happen. The Elks came out and just didn't take their foots off the gas at all. I mean, and just I don't think the scoreboard really reflects the game appropriately. I think Snowflake had a couple we had a couple lapse in judgment moments, and they took advantage of those super hard. And but the Elks still coming out on top with the victory. So
overall control of the game, what was it, 480 yards of offense, something like that?
Total offense?
474, I think.
Okay.
We controlled the game. I mean, after that first big play, it was our game. I mean, 17-7 at halftime. You know, just continued. No, it was 17.
I thought it was 14-7.
14 is.
I don't know. You guys, you can go back and watch the live stream and tell us what the score was, because apparently we weren't here.
21-14
at half.
halftime.
Okay.
And, you know, but we were in control, you know, and we come out and hit that home run on a play they designed at halftime.
Isn't that cool to hear said that? Well, we kind of talked about it in the locker room for a minute. Jovan just got it done that way and just killed it, you know, I mean.
You know, that's coaching.
Adjustments.
I said it all game long that we have the best coaching staff to make adjustments that there is. You know, we've got great coaches, and that was proof of that. Just say, hey, let's fake what we always do and nobody's ever seen, including us. And Javon, you run down the middle of the field and you're going to be wide open.
Yep. And you have to have those in your back pocket, especially when the games are close and it's tight. When you know they've been watching film. We had a coach from Snowflake say, hey, I watched Let's Go Elks last week, by the way. I watched your guys' stream. Love the thing. You guys are doing some fun stuff. But he wasn't watching for our commentary. He was watching to see what the Elks said and what we would say about the Elks at the same time. And so you know they were putting the film in. You know they were getting it done. And you know that the Elks were as well. You know that the Elks were doing the exact same thing, whatever they could look at. And so when you can do a little trick action, you know, when you can just make something up at halftime, right? And I'm sure that they've talked about it, but my goodness, to see it come together like that is just fantastic football.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, have you guys gone through the stats at all? Seth Wiltbank ends the night 204 yards rushing. Owen Young clocking in a respectable 71 yards.
That just such
to couple with 191 passing yards.
Yeah.
So I mean, just fun to watch him. He dropped his head and he got busy when we needed him to on offense. And like I said on the live tonight, that it reminded me of Riker Marble last week. Riker just dropped his head. He doesn't know any better, so he's just going to drop his head and run and get hurt. And Owen did when we needed to too. So again, I made the comment, just nice to see aggressive quarterbacks that aren't afraid to take a hit when they need to, when those yardage are on the line. We saw Owen get a couple first downs when the Elks needed them.
Oh yeah. You know, and that's the safest play. There's no handoff. There's no pitch. I'm going to take it. Seth's going to lead block, and I'm just going to get outside and try to get 4 or 5 yards, hold on to the ball. You don't have to reduces the turnover chances doing that type of play.
So to my brain, only one turnover for the Elks. That one fumble right here at midfield was that third quarter or something, right in the middle of the game somewhere, right?
Yep.
And I turned to you and I said this could be pivotal play, right? Because the score was still close, and again the Elks just didn't let it stop what they were doing, and they just kept getting it done.
Yep. Very much so.
Very much a team win. I mean, there's people that we want to shout out. The people that we had on. We talked to Kevin Flores. We talked to Kyron Clark. We talked to Seth Wiltbank tonight. But
that was Riley Hamlin.
Riley, sorry, not Riley. But just, I mean, you could talk to anybody, and they'd have great things to say, and there would have been things we could have said about them. And so I think as we wrap things up in the Dome, guys, just another really team victory for the Round Valley Elks.
Yep. And a good team stream tonight. I think we did an awesome job. All the help we got from the Legacy Teen Center, awesome cameras, and we kind of did an awesome thing tonight. The entire second half was 100% produced by a student, Daniel Pena. He took care of all
Daniel
the video
looks like
production.
he's went to Mardi Gras, actually.
I know. I was going to ask him where those beads came from.
You know why you get beads? No, you don't. And we don't want you to know.
That's not for this stream, actually. Dad, that's when you take your son to Dairy Queen, and you guys have a chat and talk. No, Dan's not even by a microphone when we're having these. No, I'm just kidding. But we did. We pulled an audible in the second half. Daniel was able to get behind our switcher and be able to look. And that's what we really want to do, is we want to evolve what these kids are seeing. First, they shoot the film, and then we get them up here so they can see what they're shooting, and then they have to make intelligent choices. And so we appreciate the feedback that we got. I had a few people send me some texts in the second half and let us know, guys, this is a learning opportunity for all of us, and our goal is to help enable these kids to take on-the-job skills with them out of high school. And so we hope you enjoy what we're doing. We hope, we're just doing an interview. It's no big deal. Thanks. It's HDMI cable right there. But, guys, it's 10 o'clock here. We're going to wrap up our live stream coverage of Round Valley's victory, 37-29 against the Snowflake Lobos. Again, not what I thought the scoreboard was going to say. Not that I thought it was going to be a blowout either way, but again, I will never predict a game. I'm just going to hold it to myself and then see what happens at the end of the night.
Yeah, well, I wasn't brave enough to say it at the beginning of the game. Plus, I was too busy doing other things, but I felt a little more comfortable, with the lead we had in the second half to start spouting my predictions. So.
So, guys, anything to wrap up the stream as we're finishing up our White Mountain Ponderosa Realty post-game coverage here in the Dome?
I just say, can't let up on homecoming. I think our biggest game of the year is going to be coming in 2 weeks against Blue Ridge.
Yep. Well, I think that's going to kind of seal the deal for the regular season, right? And I think the Elks are siloing each week, though. I'm not worried about them. Just hearing the boys talk, I'm not worried about them going into any game with a big head. I think we're going to see a solid regular season, and I'm excited to see what the playoffs bring.
Yep.
All right, Dan, anything that you want to say to wrap up the night? You good? You've said enough tonight? So, guys, from the Dome in Round Valley, this has been Let's Go Elks, a Zero Luck live production. Please make sure you like us on our socials. That's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, at Let's Go Elks and at Zero Luck Live. A huge thanks to all of our sponsors. I'm sure Dan took care of you that way tonight. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. And so a huge thanks to people that are behind what we're doing. It means the world to us. The silent partners that we have, you guys, it's amazing to know that you want to just be part of what we're doing and just be in the background of the situation. And so, guys, the ones and zeros going out in the world, those are for you because they're from you. And so from the Dome, I'm Wesley McBride.
Ethan Holiday.
Stephen Pena.
Dan the Truth Man, Judge Latham, Daniel Pena, Ryan Pena, Rustin McBride, Cody Eager, fried chickens around here somewhere. I don't know. They're going to kick us out, guys. You have a great night. Be safe. Make good choices. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Elks.